Papa lost his mind, bro.
Now our final spotlight lands right here on Team Envy.
Wait, he has black Air Force Ones on. No.
He's dangerous, bro. He's dangerous, bro.
He probably has a white beater on under the jacket. Like his jersey is a white beater. Holy, Kalush pulled up looking like Thanos.
Damn.
NK.
Wait, I thought NK was Mexican.
What?
The guy's like straight black? I didn't know that.
He's mixed. He's mixed. He's Blasian.
Is it? Like, what was the Asian?
I'm not sure what the Asian is. I forgot.
Rock and roll jam.
Nah, them boys got
Representing the
aura.
America region, this squad is stacked with decorated veterans and rising stars,
Holy.
blending experience and explosive talent in one dangerous package.
Nah, look at
They made waves
Speedly,
in
bro.
their eyes
Speedly is
in
ready
an
to
Ignite
kill.
Series, and now they punch their ticket to LAN as the 3rd seed from the region. But
Bro,
don't let
Speedly
that
just
never
looks
fool you.
scary, bro.
LAN,
Like, not
LAN
like
would be
physically, but
insane.
like
Imagine
in
how
game.
good these
And
players
now
would
it's
be.
time to see if Team Envy
Oh,
can
man.
make this
Like, you would not want to
their
verse this
moment.
guy in game.
That is tough.
No, that is tough.
The arena is ready. The heroes are assembled.
Oh, so
and
is
the
it
sport
just these
has
guys
been
walking
lit.
out right now?
This isn't
Like
just
playing
the
people,
beginning
you
of the
think?
tournament.
Yeah, I think playing
It's the
only.
start of
Yeah.
something unforgettable. Ignite the battle. And now, let's bring it to the casters.
So there's no different teams from the
God,
other
man.
days?
Everyone, the Marvel Rival Ignite Series mid-season finale. I am one of your co-casters, Iron Shib, here with
We
my
got
co-cast,
Dogman.
Dogman. How are you doing today, brother?
No, that dab was way too tough. That was way too
Phenomenal.
tough.
Hanging out with you and everybody else here.
Wait, that actually was kinda tough.
Obviously, but man, $500,000 on the line in the midseason. Holy
They didn't even
crap.
look.
Are you kidding me? And the production value. Did you see what we just looked at on the stage? Well, there's going to be a lot of familiar faces you
This
may
guy
have
sounds like he's
saw
about to fly
some
out like
right
an
there with
airport.
the teams
No?
that you can
That mic?
players
Yeah,
and
no,
players
he's got my mic.
He's about to tell me
But
what the
there
weather
are
is.
going to be even more new bits of action that you can get addicted to, finding new teams
When does the
that you wanna
game
jump
actually
on the
start, though?
bandwagon for, and that it means you got to keep it locked right here, August 6th to
No,
August
no,
10th
Jay,
to
I
see
got
all
I
of
run
the
ship hater and
action.
I hate
Speaking
Dogman in my
of
chat.
faces,
They're
you know,
hard
There's a
spamming.
new one? I hate Dogman. That's a new one.
They're hard spamming in the chat. Get these guys off my screen.
On the action right here.
Oh yeah, and there's gonna be a lot of action.
Holy.
I mean, this is gonna be a jam-packed week of action all across the board in the Ignite
Someone tell that-
mid-season.
someone tell
Jam,
I
I'm
hate
super
Dogman
pumped,
to
and
come
it's not
over
only
to
gonna
this
be us,
chat,
right? It's not
dude,
gonna be
please.
me, you, and everybody else behind the scenes will be. I'm just already rambling because the nerves are crazy at this event. I mean, it's so much fun. It's gonna be me, you, Cozy, obviously, we got Texture behind the scenes, other casters, and
LAN
also
watch
our
party.
streamers.
Yeah,
Dude.
that's it. We got Boger, SK, FanFan, J3, Lulu
Are
Lovely,
these guys
and
live
Necros.
right
Do
now?
not be afraid to
20
drop
minutes
in there.
starts
Say
in
hey to them,
minutes.
drop into the chat, show them some love while they're here in China
Oh.
with us. And I gotta say, beautiful.
We gotta see.
It's absolutely beautiful, just like our
Or they're
co-streamers.
live at the
And,
event.
you know, I'm
Do the
kinda curious to watch
co-streamers
those
have,
guys,
like
what they
a-
think of the event. You know, I'm sure there'll be a lot of
Setups at the event?
Action.
That is
Speaking
cool.
I'm
of
checking right
100%
now.
no.
You know,
That
There's
is
no way,
really
no.
cool. Hello? That's fucking insane.
The Necros don't even have a cam. Holy.
Oh shit, I just watched Necros. He actually
Where's
does
Jay?
not have-
Who are the other people? FanFan, Lulu,
Wait, no one has a cam.
Boger. Bro, waiting room music.
Or what's in store for the next half of the season. The sharpest hero is ready to leave his mark on the battlefield. Get ready for Blade on August 8th. By the way, guys, Season 3.5 maintenance is going to begin on August 8th at 9 a.m.
Okay, the ad
UTC.
reads go on then.
It's expected to take about like 2 to 3 hours, basically. So just
Go
make
on
sure you guys are
then.
kind of sticking around. You obviously don't have to have it up and ready to go, but you will be on a sort of a short break while the new season kind of drops in. Man, we are both pumped for the new hero and these skins.
Yeah, we haven't had hands-on experience yet,
Let's
right?
watch.
I'm a little bummed we weren't there to see it, but I would
This
not
is where
trade
they
this
just
experience for the world.
advertise-
Look at some of these skins, man, we've got on the
Well,
screen.
look at
Iron Man
Necros'
Extreme,
stream.
Extreme Beard, excuse me, armor.
Oh, hell
That
no,
is- You
dude.
can actually see a look at his face, which is
What's going on?
Have this.
Oh,
Oh, hell yeah. What the fuck?
whoa.
And
That
here,
is cool.
Let's like set the mood right. Hold on. What are you gonna write?
That
it's
is
so
cool.
predictable
there?
what he's gonna write.
He's gonna
You
say
guys will never guess it
Sibao.
actually. Shut up. Okay. Don't you mean?
I didn't react.
Yo, you guys should tap in and look at frickin' Necros' stream. Bro, they're setting up an interview.
Ni hao.
With who?
Well, I don't know, with the broadcast. Like, it's surely.
Wait, what did y'all write? Oh my gosh.
We need to make
They're all setting up on the stage right now. Jeez.
Yeah.
alliance.
Chat, who you guys got in
Support
this
lives
game?
matter.
What do you think?
Yeah.
We need
Dude, Guru's, I didn't even notice
Yeah, like
Guru's
really
like.
bad.
What do you want?
an eraser.
Yeah, turn it around though. Yeah, like that.
Okay.
And then I can't see it. Neddy's lab project.
Can I get one of those NetEase erasers?
Yes.
Who's winning this game?
Did they hear audio by
Gen
the way?
G or
I'm not
Envy?
sure,
You guys
bro. I'm
hear
not
us?
sure. Like
Did they hear
I mean, like Kalush said, you need to be forgiving. You need to just, if someone makes a mistake, you tell them like it's okay. Like everyone makes mistakes. Everyone's human at the end of the day.
Nope.
And
I don't
that
make
just makes them
mistakes.
feel more comfortable and more confident in themselves, which is very important when it comes to playing in matches. I want to play versus Sentinels because we lost versus them in our first match in this Ignite qualifier, and I just want to get my revenge on them.
I want to play against 100 Thieves. They talk the most trash to me, so I just want to beat them and then talk trash back.
Yeah, I'd say also 100 Thieves because they love to trash talk and it'd feel good to like shut them up.
My team, of course, wants.
To 100 Thieves, the belt's coming out.
To Sentinels, you're gonna wish you still had Kalush.
200 Thieves, 我会把你放在垃圾桶里。
Sheesh.
What?
What?
在垃圾桶里。
You still had Kalush.
200
That was out of nowhere. Wait. I didn't know you could speak
Thieves, 我会把你放在垃圾桶里。
Chinese. What did he actually
200
say?
Thieves, 我会把你放在垃圾桶里。
That actually came out of nowhere.
Shout out my family. I know they're watching back home, and shout out my grandpa for being the best supporter.
Yeah, shout out to my mom and dad. They've been supportive of me this whole time.
I love you, Mom and Dad. Thanks for supporting me.
He just said that because everyone was saying that. I think we have already watched Blade's gameplay. Does he take damage though? Oh, you can kill him. He's killable. Very, very killable.
맡고 있는 펀펀이라고 합니다.
I'm fun.
팀에서 듀얼리스트를 맡고 있는 엑지라고.
Let's watch this video.
이건 단순한 경쟁이 아닙니다. 역사에 남을 대단한 쇼가 될 것.
男有句俗話 Mom and Dad, thanks for supporting me.
嶺南有句俗話，飲頭啖湯，意思係湯要飲第一啖，事要敢為人先。
And the production, bro.
We came to win, to leave no doubt.
Oh shit, wait a minute. What? They have them doing kung fu.
我会把你打回现实。
이건 단순한 경쟁이 아닙니다. 역사에 남을 대단한 쇼가 될 것입니다.
We're not here to take part, we're here to take over.
His voice is so clear. It doesn't
Anything
even
less
sound
than
real.
first is a failure.
이 경기장에서는 영웅을
city goes
연기하는 게
crazy,
아닙니다. 진짜 영웅이 되는 거예요.
Some chase records, we set them.
Damn.
6 minds, 1 heartbeat, a single objective.
让世界记住我们的
Voice
名字。
trash talking, I can tell you. Is that a title? No, I thought that was title.
They call us rivals. We're here to prove them right.
It's actually crazy. Rejects, Nova, Sentinels, Rad. Is this Bara? Yeah, it is Bara.
Here. Second place gets 80, third gets 60. You just want a piece, right?
160K, kind of low.
Not for the first one, man. Damn, that was a nice video. Actually, really
Second place gets 80, third gets 60. You just want a piece, right? Yeah. And it goes all the way down to 20K in 10th. So everybody finding.
Ain't no way if I'm playing, I'm settling for a 20.
PCs.
Into the play-in stages, we got GENG Envy. We mentioned that is going to be the first game as both teams are.
And it's only like the first.
And then after that, we'll go into Nova
first
and
LAN.
Rad. And then from there, we'll have a losers bracket side and an upper bracket. Remember, 2 teams going home today. If you lose that first game of the losers bracket, you will be.
Why are they
out.
winning
So
money when they lose? Because they qualified.
Everybody's tension, everybody's nerves through the roof. I can't believe it.
Dude, I can't either, man. We got and later on, obviously, to see if those teams go home. We got the first 2 matches. We got Mello and we got Liger.
Wait, how is this decided?
Watch,
10 minutes?
see who goes home, man.
Are these like the last place in all the regions? They have to verse each other to knock out?
GENG and Envy will
Wait, what?
that first. And then with those TBDs, we'll have to see who kind of shows up first in those
Yeah, actually, I
matches.
didn't understand the format too.
Wait, did these guys actually get knocked out?
I can't either, man. We got
knockout
later
stage,
on, obviously,
upper
to see if
bracket
those teams
finals.
Go home. We got the first 2 matches. We got Mello and we got Liger.
So basically, the losers of these 2 matches go here, and if they lose here, they're out of the tournament?
Intense. I don't know, man. The full schedule today, obviously, match number 1, like you said, Shib, GENG and Envy will be bringing you guys to that first. And then with those TBDs, we'll have to see who kind of shows up first in.
Damn, wait.
Scenes are so good.
That's crazy.
On the opposite side, just to
like,
make
they
sure
could
that we
just
have
get
some tension
knocked out
up
in
here
less
on the
than
desk,
like
because
4
we know how good
hours.
these guys are. I mean, I've seen XE and Ranked. We play with that guy all the time. I mean, he's so good,
Imagine.
so talented, and so is the rest of the lineup. You know, fun scene is
Cannot be that.
guards in the game alongside of Tori. We got Snake, we got Brownie, we got Zune. Right, this whole team is full of really good.
Why do they put it like this?
That are definitely the best in the region, like you talked about.
Supports in the middle, tank. No, it's not even. It's like random. It's tank here, tank there.
Another team that people thought was going to make it over even teams like Reject. So the fact that they're here right now is a testament to how good GENG is. It doesn't matter what.
And now here it supports support tank, DPS,
because they're so talented.
Someone said, "Is pause a thing here?"
I love the back and forth, the tension. Over here to Envy,
It better be.
an insane back.
That's actually like a good question.
Imagine like this server doesn't insta pause. It has to be on insta pause, no?
One of the strongest vanguards we've seen in the game, right alongside Kaluj. I mean, I can't
Who-
keep saying that because you know what? To be honest,
It sends teams to
Isn't there a new guy?
to get it down to 8. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. You can't really do a team. You can't really do a bracket with 10 teams. Doesn't make sense.
I want in. He was actually on the bench struggling.
By the way, guys, for you guys who don't know, there was a team in the there was an open qualifier game that counted where literally half of a team got DC'd for like a minute straight, and they kept it playing because they had no pause button set up.
Talk about how good Kaluja is.
That is
I need like adjust your volume.
Yo, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
I said, dude, change your name back to Speedily. He said no. He said, screw you, bro. He
All
said
right,
that's the whole
should be
reason he
good.
did it, because he started laughing at me. He's like, that's why I did it. That's why I did it. So Speedery, like you said, they already know how consistent they are. We already know how consistent he is.
Yeah.
And that entire lineup is so good. So is Cal, right? We
No
talked
chrono
about how
break, guys.
before
I
the
mean, it's
tournament,
like-
Cal's even talked about
I
it. It was
fuck
like,
with this uplifting
I was
music.
trying to do
Ooh,
back,
look at the
right?
map.
He realized
Oh, it's
that
the
he
new
took that
call.
internal
Map
Is that the
look,
new one?
look,
Yes.
Yeah.
and he realized
I played it
that
like
he
one
needed to
time.
sort of step it up. And by God, everything we've heard,
Oh
he
my god,
stepped
we
it
got
up.
a start?
Yeah,
guys
that's
fuck
the
with that
fun
map
thing,
or no?
right? You like the I want the ball coach.
It's
That's
not
the
bad.
Where you're, you know,
It's
you
all
maybe
right.
get put
It's
on the
like
bench and say to
sometimes
yourself,
it's
I
weird
want
with like
this
the
moment.
the
I'm gonna
move,
come back
like
in and take this for us.
the objects
Came
that
back
come
in
up and
absolutely
down,
clutched
like
up
they
3
move
games.
like
I
really
believe
weird
2
on
of
that
which
map.
were MVPs. Just
Like
looked
the map moves
incredible out
weird?
there on hit speed.
Yeah, you know, like you shoot stuff and like,
This
you know what I
first
mean,
one
like on the
we're gonna
Venom
go
map,
Yeah, yeah.
whenever you
Yeah.
get,
Map here, it looks
just
like
like
Ship's
keeps
Peak.
happening
Yes.
on that map.
The new map that came out with Phoenix.
Yeah, it's going to be another one of those sides of the symbiote.
Bro,
It's
this
going to be
music
Clintar
choice.
is what it is called. It's another domination mode.
This is
You know, I
uplifting,
personally
bro.
like this map a lot. A lot of off angles, a lot of height, right? Especially
Like I
well,
just saved
it's
a cat
very
from
much
a tree.
level-focused map where points can be down below, where you have a lot of high
Facebook
peak
real
angles.
music.
There's a lot of flank angles. So
They
you
got
can
that
see
was
some
Zempic
guys
music.
see some
right?
you know, everything's pretty
Zempic.
on these maps. It kind of depends on
I feel like
where
I'm on a
you are.
JetBlue
Yeah,
holiday
absolutely.
right
I mean,
now.
you're wondering, like you talked about
JetBlue, he
earlier,
said.
right?
Sure.
We see the attack and the defense, right? We saw one of the teams is actually going to be over to attack. I kind of missed it, actually. Who's going to be going over to attack first? I
Bro,
believe it was
JetBlue-
Gen G.
JetBlue holiday
we talked about
music,
on those angles, on those points, on domination.
Guys, are you
people
guys
wondering,
hearing this
why
music?
does
Like, is
matter
it
who
not
has attack
goofy
and
for
defense?
anyone else?
Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so we talked about this yesterday. It's about right side peak angles. When you're playing a third-person, shooter, at some point you want to make sure that your angle is so you can peek to the right side. And if you have that advantage, depending on the map, that is going to allow you to play with line of sight and then peek only when you need to and not expose yourself.
Yep. And
Holy
maybe on
genius.
this as well, that's why it's so important, is because if you can win that first fight,
yes,
I mean, that's everything, right? We talked to, I was talking to Trust Me, one of the players behind Rad Esports. He was talking about how, in those maps on domination, it matters so much if you take point first. You notice how when we watch
Shout
the
out
pro
Trust
players,
Me.
even like good Wolverine players, we were watching Nova scrims and stuff. Let's go to the stage, by the way, and kind of
tournament,
look at
the
everything.
stage
Trust
is
me, the
crazy.
best
There's no way the
ranks in the
coaches are
world.
on
This is a
stage like
beautiful
during the
stage we
game,
have.
right?
And
No,
by
no,
God,
that
we're
would
ready
be
to go,
so
I think.
fire.
Is it? I'm pretty sure it is.
Gen G on the right side.
Wait, Jay,
right
have you
side,
even seen the
as
photos
opposed
of
to
Remix?
the
The new
stage.
photos that dropped?
We know how good these
Of
guys
like
are.
the
We got
whole
Zune
the
on
whole
the
100
backside.
Thieves team I saw.
Yeah, I mean, you
Wait,
mentioned the
wait,
first
I
one.
gotta
We were
find
talking
it, I
a little
gotta
bit there.
find it.
You can
Hold
see
on,
Zune
hold on.
here,
Wait,
so
I
that
don't
you
think you've
talk
seen these
about
yet.
when you
The
get
new
that
Like the
remix
ones
on
where
it,
like
you're able to hold
China
yourself
edited
while stalling
hard.
and getting
No,
percentage
no,
on it.
no.
You can do
No,
at that
no.
point, especially
No,
if you get up to
no,
that
no.
80% range, 70-80% range. It's a one-fight win for the map, right?
Link
So you
it.
want to get the point first. You want
Bro, what
domination
are these
first,
mouse
because
pads?
all from then on you need to do is stall for as long
Are
as
those
humanly
popular
possible,
mouse
and that gives
pads,
you
the
a
orange
massive
ones,
advantage,
Chad?
which is what these teams are going to try to do. You'll
Isn't
see
it
that here, even
artisan
using ultimates,
soft?
maybe in a situation they may not
Maybe.
win a team fight.
Earbuds while using
headphones.
headphones.
When you're climbing a ladder,
Hold on, give me a
In
second.
pro play,
looked down upon,
you're
but when you're in
supposed
a
to
team
use
environment like
earbuds
this,
with
it's all about
headphones
these
so you
minuscule
don't
wins,
hear
and they know exactly what we're doing.
like
We'll try to call that out when we see
the
that.
casters
We're going to go
or
back and check out all these players. So we got Snake, we have
Palms.
Brownie, we got. And a lot of these players are actually talking about where they sit, right? Where they can kind of look.
Holy
at the
remix.
Brain dead
where
challenge.
the player they need to kind of be in position is. That's kind of a LAN difference. It's
Photos
the
are
first time
so
we're seeing
fire,
any
but-
Marvel Rivals tournament on a LAN. At least to the official stage.
Boy, it's
so
still
the fact
not
that we
letting me
have
put it
that, there's
there.
So many small
Actually
things
looks good,
that
no?
you can kind of do. You can see,
It actually looks good.
rotationally what to do. Kind of look over to your teammate sometimes and kind of figure out something. Make sure they're checking the right sort of play
Alright, I'm
there.
gonna send it
So
to
there's a
my
lot
phone.
of sort of moments like that.
Bro, why does
that
this happen,
matter
bro?
At the LAN stages, we're getting used to it, right? We know that these Gen G guys are so good. We talked to Krusty behind the scenes, the coach of this team, and he talks about how good.
I gotta
these
send it to
guys
him on
are
my
as a whole
phone.
unit. And this is you and I's first experience, at least officially, casting over these guys. So it's gonna be
Well, I
so
gotta-
much fun to kind of watch.
Well, I gotta send it to you on my phone.
Yeah,
My Discord's
yeah, I do
like
think
bugged.
LAN experience is something that needs to be discussed.
Guys
I
still
think
can
that
find the
when
picture?
you've been in front of a stage a
Nah,
lot,
I
the
found
nerves
it, but
of,
like
you know,
it doesn't
just
let me
get
send
ready
photos
for
in
action,
admin
right?
mode.
Speaking of which,
I have to like
Is that
reset
like
my
a single
Discord.
picture?
Yeah, I mean,
Nah,
speaking of
that's
LAN
two.
experience,
It's way
you said
too
it.
fire.
XZ,
Like
he's
there's
that
just
guy.
like
He
him in the
has so
picture.
many
Yeah,
things
yeah,
under his
just
belt.
him.
Obviously, it's about the full.
Let's lock in.
When you've been in front of a stage a lot, the nerves look like you just ready for action,
Well,
right? Like,
speaking of which, sorry to cut you off, Shibskis. It's I mean, speaking of LAN experience, because you just said it, XZ, he's that guy. He has so much experience under his belt. Obviously, it's about the full team environment. We don't want to talk about one player too much, but Eggsy is that guy behind the scenes. Everybody talks about how good he is. He was even wanted by a lot of the teams in the West. Everybody's looking at picking him up. Besides, you know, on the opposite side with Reject with Finale, everybody talks about how good Finale is as well. So many good duelist players, and Eggsy has that experience. Like you said.
Yeah, you know, it's still, since the game is in
right
its infancy still, teams are still looking for talent, right? I mean, it's not, and nothing is always set in stone. Obviously, contracts are very, you know, it's going to be very dependent. It depends on what you're looking at, but everybody's scouting talent, and we're seeing a lot more of that happen, even through various MRCs, like the MRI. Teams are still shifting because they want to find the proper team and lock in with that team for the long
haul. This guys is, I think that's the biggest takeaway that we've
Nah,
heard
he's
behind
got
the
to
scenes
be
of every
walking
single
behind
pro
the
player.
team.
It's like
No way
some
he's
teams
not
are
with this
locked
fit.
into playing certain
100%,
things because they don't have that flexibility. But when you have someone like Speedery, who we saw, I mean, target banned basically.
It's a vulnerability if you're not. If
for
you're
sure.
Braun alive,
I don't know,
bro.
how do you even get that
gets
flexibility?
target
What do you
banned
recommend to
every
maybe new
game.
players?
Shall we need to lock? Oh, wrong button. We need to lock in. Let me remove rank, cam, what else? Nothing else.
To play for your team.
Sure, I mean, there's a lot of answers to that, right? The key is being a one-trick can be very difficult, especially in this level of play because of the ban system, and we'll talk about the ban system as that comes up here shortly. But you need to be able to be flexible. But how do you become flexible, like you're saying? You got to be the one that's willing to change for your team to adapt for a various situation. Typically, in hero shooters, there is a triangle. You have brawl, dive, and poke, and they typically beat each other in a triangle format. So you want to make sure you have something that fits along the lines of at least two of those so you don't get hard countered at all times, and you have something you can switch to. I would highly recommend to practicing quick play. I know a lot of people are trying out heroes for the first time in rank. Do not recommend that. I know a lot of people have had that experience or will disagree with me right now on the stream and just say, nah, I do it anyway. But hey, I'm being honest. You definitely need to put some serious time in. But I do think scrims, playing with people of a high level and locking in with some new heroes, some new team comps, and trying to go against a team that you know is coordinated is a really good way of going about it too. So try to find some friends in ladder and see if you can put together some scrims to really learn how to play in a team environment as we look at Nero here.
Oh yeah, no, I just like looking at the players and stuff. Like, you're right, 100%. I think that's a good point. You gotta play scrims, you gotta practice at the unit, and that's the fun dynamic. We just saw Nero there. We're seeing Month. I mean, two sort of opposite spectrum players, right? We know how good Nero is and how much of a veteran in the scene he is in hero shooter genre. I was teammates with him for a little bit before apparently I got snaked and kicked off the team because I was not seen as good enough at the time. But on the opposite side, we have Month.
Chat with other teams.
Just Boston Uprising. Yeah, Month at the other side, right? He was a new talent. He's kind of, we talked to him in the halls. He's sort of a little, I mean, I wouldn't say a little nervous, but he's just like a sort of taking everything in, right?
It's a lot.
That's the big thing that you talked about earlier is how big of an event the Marvel Rivals Ignite mid-season is. This is the first time a lot of these players are going to compete on a stage, and you can play online all you want. I mean, sometimes you just don't have the it factor, that sort of chill, that ice in your veins sort of that we've seen out of Cal in the official tournaments online, right? We remember him, how good he can be whenever he pops the hell off, right, Shiv? I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how everybody does on LAN because who knows how you react, right? How it's sort of like, I don't want to like cuss or anything like that, but it's a matter of, you know, what do you do when S hits the fan?
Yeah,
right.
agreed.
What do you do when things gets real in the moment when you're down?
Can you cut through the noise, right? Like that's the key. That's the key. Like, can you figure it out if things are getting crazy? Can your team lock in, or is it a panic blame fest? Right, that becomes tricky. And we talk about a lot. Teams that are very close become family. Family is willing to fight and learn. But when you're still just friends or still new with your team and you fight, it can break bonds. So it's a difficult discussion to have whether the teams are quite at that level. I know this team right here and even GENG have played together a lot, and that helps, right? Because you are willing to call out a player without knowing that they won't be affected, they won't be embarrassed. They just want to learn and adapt to be better. Like you're saying, you need to cut through the noise. You need to make sure your team can understand what to do to switch, and it doesn't need to be coming out a blame game. It needs to be coming out, what can we do together?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, taking back a look over at GENG, I mean, we've seen their talented players. They're players who are veterans as well.
Yeah.
And same thing with the side of Envy. And I don't know, Shiv, how do you think that the new
Where
players,
are we
those sort of
starting,
newbies that are coming on that are maybe really good players, like we saw with Techie, a lot of these teams that have young talent like Month as well that haven't really competed on a stage so far. I mean, do you have any takes based on like what you've noticed in talking to them? Who do you think is going to step up to the challenge, or have you noticed any nerves or anything like that, or what do you think?
Sure. So nerves are definitely a factor. I've seen some nerves from them, but you know, this is the time where we start to figure out what they're going to be like. I think you can talk a big game all you want. It's all about what you can do in these moments. I know there's some big players across the board, even from some of these teams we're going to discuss today that are very strong talents, but when it came to this moment where they needed to shine, they were not able to do so. So we'll see what they do here. I mean, I know Munt is very strong. I know he's an incredible backline strategist. The key with strategists is just not making mistakes. It's not necessarily about making plays and being hyper aggro. It's more so just making sure that you use your abilities at the most critical times that you possibly can. And that is a little bit tricky to handle.
That's a great point, because I think Marvel Rivals
as
shot
long as
combos
you're,
and stuff that we're going to see today, because
in
this game there's not a lot of neutral game one shots, right? There's
You're
nothing
playing
you can really
Hulk,
do, like
you're
we
playing
saw Hela
Thor, you're
originally.
playing Groot,
you know,
you're
that
playing...
was how Delena 400 Thieves kind of got his name when he was back known as Ant in the
but most of the games are going to be Emma Mag.
War of the Realms that we had early on for Marvel Rivals. He was sort of
Necros couldn't play on stage. No bait breaks. He would tweet. Literally,
it's the neutral game is not really. If people have gotten so good, they don't really falter. They don't get KO'd in these sort of big situations anymore. Everybody sort of stays together as a unit. So we talk to like Trust Me and stuff. It's more about ultimates, right?
Yeah.
But when we're on the main stage, that's in my opinion the craziest thing.
Why is Trust Me leaking the strats to freaking Dogman? Hello?
I would not be surprised if we see a lot of like neutral fight KOs. Right? Like, I think behind the scenes in the scrims, people are getting so good, so consistent, but nobody is taking into account, from what I've seen, the effect of being on stage.
Making mistakes.
Right. It's definitely going to happen, I think. And, we saw...
That's really well put.
For sure. And we saw in the EMEA region with, like, somebody like Pokey.
Whoa.
There were so many times, like, he was...
Should we get
the
in
reason
game?
why I think he's one of the best players in the game, and everyone obviously talks about but with Pokey in the
gotta be some type
gaming,
of hold up
he
right
was insane at just finding picks when nobody else really would.
That's invaluable.
And that's what I think is going to happen here on LAN. I'm curious whether
Wait, they even have like the name tags behind the monitor. NV Cal.
All hero shooters in general are a resource game.
We paid.
Pulling out a cooldown is valuable.
Yeah,
we paid. To call out. If you were able to pull out low-key crystals, for example,
you think they're going to have listen-ins?
Stuff like that.
That's the one thing that I don't know if they'll have.
What's the over/under on that? 50-50?
I'm not sure,
insanely
bro.
invaluable as long as you're up in those
I would give it. I'd give it like a.
Like, what would you bet on?
70-30, like that they don't have it because like there's too many teams with different languages. You know what I mean? So like you think they would just do it for like. But Call of Duty did at theirs at EWC they did listen-ins, and there was like a full Spanish team and like they would listen in even though like they would be. Yeah, it was fire. Like I would just do that here anyways. Just fuck it. Just for the passion. You know what I mean? Like just to hear of.
King Dragon Prime. What? King Dragon.
Definitely not a shill. But when people come in your chat,
is that Gator?
Like, because you're a high-ranked player, right? So when people come into your stream and stuff, they're like, you can't make mistakes. Like,
that's
Bros, they're collecting paychecks.
Bro didn't even get the top of his suit, bro.
And there's really good players down at those ranks as well. But the biggest thing
he's
that
about
they
to take
talk
my
about
order
when
at
it comes to
McDonald's.
your stream and stuff, they're like, you can't make a mistake. You get punished so fast.
No, is that not how they dress?
Bro's the manager at McDonald's.
The manager.
The manager. Improve at the game. Watching these folks play right now is the way to do it.
Nah, Nero's getting the Overwatch flashback, so he's like getting into the zone right now.
See them never overextend, and if they do, it's for a reason. Trying to pull something out. They're going to make sure they're playing very strategic, smart, cerebral, and only commit when they know that they can find value, or at least in their head.
What's going on here?
So yeah, it is very much about playing just very.
Will they ever
This guy doesn't even have his hands on the mouse and keyboard yet.
In a moment, obviously, we have.
I was looking like well fed.
So like, there's guys. It's a LAN event. This is the first time we're gonna be in person. Yeah. There's always something on stage where you got to figure out.
Nah, he's looking like pretty lean actually. Like
lean
lean and big.
That's a stuff like that. So. I'm sure they're just setting up on stage. I know that people always get antsy, especially late at night in the West right now. It's what, like 8 p.m.
Yep.
So
that boy crusty.
10:30 for me.
10:30, yeah, 10:30 back in the East Coast. So I think for a lot of these players and a lot of these, everybody here on staff, this is a big event, so it kind of takes time to kind of get going, right? And
any fucking day.
We have a little bit before the match is going to start, obviously, as things are still setting up. So
any day now.
So we do, baby.
Wait, so in that Overwatch LAN, like, could the coach talk or no?
I don't think so.
So what is even like the point of having him in the back?
Yeah, I don't know.
If they can't talk, because like there's no timeout in Overwatch. You just like go, no? Just like keep fighting and shit.
I'm not sure.
It is crazy that we're over here and it's 10:30 a.m. It's 10:30 p.m. where I am at home. It cracks me up. But yeah, I mean, real quick, I want to ask you something we never talked about yet. You talked about your experience here with the coach of GENG. You had, I believe it's Coach Krusty.
Yes.
So can
pick
you walk
bands,
through,
guys. Like coaches are gonna do the pick bands probably.
Feedback he gave you. I know you know Coach Krusty.
Bro, it's actually crazy how like important the pick bands are.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a personality guy. He's sort of like a coach with Seffi. for sure. It's like that's sort of his thing. Like he's a guy that manages those personalities, makes sure everybody's kind of in a good spot. And that's the thing. Krusty was saying how he's kind of here to help them out as like in between, sort of like you see him back there over there in the opposite side. He's got, by the way, Krusty's English has been just insane lately.
Yeah.
He's always worked with mixed roster teams, so this is sort of one of the first times as well. Or he works with many different rosters, but they asked him to sort of come back and be
Krusty, the
behind them and sort of
quote-unquote
coach them
best
behind the
coach
scenes,
of hero shooters of all
where he didn't
time.
expect to do that, right? He said that Gen G
On
needed his help.
Gen G.
They enlisted him in his sort of off season because he's an esports veteran. He's all over the place because of how invaluable his experience is. I mean, he was the greatest player in the game that I came from, greatest coach that I came from. I mean, it was always a starstruck whenever I see him in the hallways and stuff because of how good he is. But he's such a down-to-earth guy.
That's awesome.
And that's how you know you're a good coach.
Yeah,
I think
I agree with that.
Anybody that can kind of come in and
Bro,
be
chat,
that sort of
Jay, who's
stable
gonna have like
voice
a
for sure, and
LAN
somebody that can
superhero
manage those
story
personalities,
where like
we
they're
saw
on
we
LAN
saw
and they
with,
just become like the
we said about
final
gaming
boss
with
of
Sala.
life.
He's that sort of guy
Well,
too. He's
the
like
good
making sure that everybody's
Is Cal about to
Like,
show
that's
like
not, like, already good,
2019
you think?
envy?
hard. We can't
Yeah,
Like
like
a
just
Mad
start
player?
playing. No, like just start playing like Danos. You know what I mean? Wait, now we get to see Terra on LAN. Terra on LAN with a good
Terra, but
PC.
like he's already good though. So
Yeah, true. Like he's already the best player on a dog shit PC. Now he's about to play on a godlike PC.
And make a good Gen G roster that
Like
can
me,
win
for
at
real.
this tournament. He said that they are very confident in doing that.
Yeah, and I know.
I don't know.
Personality development and being down to earth is something you need as a coach. You need to be.
Someone said NK.
And like I said, to get back to the
No.
conversation with the player, with the coach, to make sure you're actually getting to a real solution instead of just like
cut to the
cut
cast when it's about to
noise,
start.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, everybody has different styles too. That's the cool part.
Surely.
Like Krusty said, like he wants to
I'm
sort
back
of
to the
handle
uplifting,
roster as
saving
well.
the
Like,
cat
he
music.
sort of came in last second to sort of help Gen G out and make sure that they can kind of be ready and to go for this tournament. But he's also a guy that's very good at player scouting. He's always going to tell who those sort of up-and-coming talents are that can kind of play on your roster. We've seen legendary players like Striker and stuff. He's worked with so many talented esports players with Xe on stage there. So he's a guy that scouts really, really well. Besides being just a coach. So yeah,
and I think that's necessary.
Nice
I think
suit.
one thing that Rival does great, you know, it sounds like a pandering MRC.
That little
right?
bow
We talk
tie is
about
tough.
Giving the opportunity to try to make a team and prove to everyone else that you are a player that can play at this level.
Well,
We
was
saw
this
some
game
teams
ever
actually
start?
be coming into Ignite in stage 2 that were placed 1 and 2 in the last
Dogman's
MRC.
in
So
all black.
that is something that is going to continuously happen here, which is very
So
exciting.
Batman.
Giving yourself, you know, I just want to
Gotta
make
suck
a
my
team of
blood.
my friends and see if we can do the thing we all say we can do. I could have been
Actually, does look like a vampire, like a little
have the
bit.
opportunity. Take it with your
Vampire
friends.
Diaries,
See if
that's
you can push through and get the job done.
that's a point.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's people back home watching right now, and I saw on, I think Hogs, by the way, we'll probably want to shout out Hogs.
Okay,
Obviously,
I'm
was
on the
like,
wrong tree.
man, it's making me question my life choices not being here at LAN.
Oh.
He's like, damn, I wish I was
Vampire
there.
Diaries.
It makes sense.
Leo!
There's a lot of people back home that are like, they want to be up
Who's
there
that
on
on the
stage,
right?
and
I run
that's that
ship.
hunger,
Who
that's
are
that
who's
drive
that?
that's going to push a lot of people that aren't here to make their names later on.
You know what I
So if
love
you're
about the
back at home,
casters?
you know, one of those pro
Specifically,
players trying to get up,
I
or
run
maybe
Shib
somebody
and
lower ranked trying to
Cozy.
grind to get
They
improved
make
so you can
content
be
for
at
the
LAN.
game. They stream.
You'll get there one day if you put in the work, if you
Like-
put in the time, and you know, obviously make the right connections, because it's not
No,
about
the right is I
necessarily
run
just being
Shib.
the best
Cozy's
player,
the
but
guy
it's also being the best
hosting
teammate,
the whole
right? Somebody
tournament.
that
Like, he
can-
was the one
that's easy to
introducing
work
all the
with, somebody
players
that's, you know, not
on the stage,
a
like
diva
literally on the
almost,
stage.
right? You kind of want to be that guy that's nice and friendly, and it almost it's a slow learning experience for a lot of these guys because they are young. They're so young that, you know, a lot of them are hard-headed. Like I used to be that way. Well, I got kicked from one of my first teams because I was too toxic. They said the environment was too negative, and they said every time you showed up,
this
we
Dogman
were in a bad
guy
mood. So
has
after that,
to
I was
bring
like
up
17
like
at the time.
17 years
got
ago of
kicked,
him
and they
being on a
actually
team.
got signed by a professional roster in Evil Geniuses. That felt bad.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
after that, that's when I was like, okay, I gotta go back to the drawing boards. You know, I've added at that point to be more of a leader, somebody that talks more.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it's step by step, but it's like these
Dogman
crucial moments,
loves
getting kicked from
reminiscing.
teams, building your way back up. That's what sort of makes you into a talented player.
Literally.
And it's not the end of the world if you get kicked. It's not the end of the world if you are not good enough at a certain time.
Yeah.
Because you can get better and you can improve.
Yeah, I think that's key. I mean, we can talk about
Dogman
strategies,
got
how to,
flamed
you know,
probably
improve the game,
one
but I do
too
think
many
you
times
mentioned,
about
you know,
being
keeping a
bad.
positive attitude, working to try
Or not good enough
to
for a
make
team,
changes
and he just
in the game, but
never
also
forgot.
communication is very important, and if you're constantly
Never
someone
forgot.
that is just negative in communication, no one's going to want to listen to you, and odds are they're not hearing you because they hit that mute button a while ago. But, you know, we got let's loop it back here because I want to talk real quick about GENG. I know GENG is one of those teams that is not afraid to pull out different compositions.
I'm about to kill this guy.
222 has found the most success in these tournaments. Traditional composition, 2 vanguards, 2
It's the
strategists,
third
duelists,
time he has opened the
but
door.
GENG has been known for rarely running things along those lines. They love running triple vanguard, or excuse me, strategists, but they have run triple, which is a little crazy. Stuff like that, especially in spawn door holds. We'll see if we can see some of that. And these teams are,
Via WM.
No, I didn't
Playing on the primes of
scrim
Via.
against stuff like that often, it is going to cause problems because it's almost difficult once you get used to meta. You're playing against the meta and you scrim against the meta.
Guys,
things that are even less, off meta. Just the
I
fact that
actually
they
really,
surprise you
I don't even know who I want to win. I want
Absolutely,
Envy to
that's
win
a
for
good point
sure. I
as well.
think.
Should
Yeah, I
bring
have
that up
to.
because
I have to root for
what we've heard
Envy.
behind the scenes, that's what's kind of.
Like I wish
team has
everyone
their
can
own sort of
win,
style.
but
Some teams are trying to
GENG
adapt.
versus
And we
Envy.
heard about teams kind of adapting to Envy's ban phase, which maybe we'll see later on. But that's
Choppa
the,
did DM me the other
difference of
day
opinion
while I
is
was
sort of
live.
changing behind every single
We need to
every
get a
region
prediction started
has
for
their
when
own
we're
I
gonna
do
start
feel
this
a little
game.
close
Very good
with
at. And that's what we're
Choppa
gonna see today.
recently.
It's
Had
like a
some
matter of how many
recency
holes
bias.
do you have? That's what we saw in North American region is the team in terms of Sentinels
But
region,
dude,
they
oh
won.
man,
They
Nero's
got
my
the first
boy,
seed.
dude.
They had the
Same with
lowest amount of
Kalush.
holes. You know, we saw target bans towards Crimzo, making sure that every Vanguard was gone. They adapted,
Like,
they
I
overcame
gotta root
that,
for
and then
Envy.
they
No,
So I
still
cooked
won
the
the
whole
game.
ass meal and this shit hasn't started
that's the
yet.
strategy, right? Like we'll see some of that in this tournament. We will see Vanguard lockouts. We will see strategists.
Is the left one dog?
But like, fuck, dude, I don't want GENG to get kicked like immediately. We can't just kick the Oceanic team instead first.
They are very consistent on things. We talk about how
We couldn't put Oceani first though.
Almost consistent.
Oceani.
It's not going to happen, but Caster Curse. But nearly every game. Emma Loki immediately banned off the Rid.
Yep.
I know they really like running Capcom, so maybe we'll see Envy try to take that off the playing field, but then they go to something like Hulk Wolverine and fastball special, just throw the boomerang of Wolverine out. So maybe we'll see that.
Well, on that note, do you think the coaches are also going to feel it a little bit because you don't want to, because you could easily make mistakes in the ban phase, and especially in this best out of 3, because in the play-in stage you have domination map number 1, which is a toss-up always, right? Like, we always talk about
Any
pro
day
players,
now.
like they'll
Any day.
talk to me like we're judging too much off of domination. Sure. That's like the feel-out map because
Any
domination is
day.
hard to
Any
be
day
consistent
now.
at, to be one of the best domination teams. There's some teams that are maybe better at it and stuff and playing around that point, but a lot of the objective play is difficult in domination, especially if you go down in this first map, if you lose in this best out of 3, that already sends you to the lower bracket. I mean, there's so much more pressure, I think, for these players today than anybody.
What's that in the background? Is that like the Chinese? Bro, that's got to be the Chinese like broadcast, no?
Where?
That's got to be. Where's the Chinese broadcast? Bro, I feel like I hear them.
Yo, Dogman's giving me that stare emoji right now.
Ready, then I'd call it out and let Panther get into position.
Yeah,
I'd let
Chinese
is a different app, right?
into position. I'd say 3, 2, 1, and at the same time we collapse. Make sure we collapse at the, have our cooldowns to escape if we don't find value.
There's no other channel
like
running.
I said before, value can even just be pulling out something like Loki crystals, so you die early.
Oh no,
they
have
get that out, reset up as a team, go back in again immediately before that cooldown comes back and it finds success.
Can we watch it?
But in domination,
No, you got
Yo, Max, make the call to Guang get this shit started, bro.
GTA.
What's going on, man?
Quality looks really nice though.
No, like 100% of the time, all the
hold
cars
up.
are like indestructible, so they're kind of just like tumbling down. It's just kind of.
I know Choppa's holding it up in the back.
There's Marvel Rival
Something like BeamNG Drive.
Oh, wait,
where
the camera
you get
changed.
actual
Hold.
physics.
Wait.
Music change.
For both of these teams, both GENG and Envy, but you talked about dive shib and. A team like Team GENG, and the biggest thing that they are good at, a team that is, a Korean team in general, generally known for having a good time.
Oh, it's starting?
But we are actually getting ready for the
Oh,
match.
Dude,
this is about dive shib, and a team like Team GENG, and the biggest thing that they are good at, a team that is, a Korean team in general, generally known for having a good time. But we are actually getting ready for the match. Dude, this is so pumping. Oh my god, like the fact that we're even here to watch GENG and Envy in the play-in stage, the fact that we have everybody behind the scenes, other casters in the wing. On the opposite side, we have our lovely Chinese talent as well with Wei Wei and 2DM. On the opposite side, we know those guys, professionals as well, and very good yappers just as us. So we love talking to those guys hanging out. And they told us a lot about the Chinese region as well. So right now, Shib, Envy, and GENG is starting out.
We jumped right through.
What?
The ban phase
yeah,
already.
yeah, right through the ban phase already. Likely when the pause went through. As you can see in the top right, the ban. So that's a nice little addition here. You got Loki ban here from Gen G. Cap, Torch, and Mantis. You look over Torch, Luna, Adam. Getting rid of that res comp on both sides there. And Psylocke against Envy. So here we go. Off the rip, the tackle goes up here. Immediately, Xe finds one. Doesn't make value. Does force out that cooldown. We talked about the crystals going out there. For the side of Brownie on Gen G, Xe got to keep this space and just try to burn some of these walls. Remember, Wolverine can actually get charged off of attacking those walls. Kaluge, though, finds Xe. Make that two as Fun goes down. Kaluge turning this right back at him.
So that's crazy. They actually gave Speedily that storm that everybody's banned. We're actually going for stagger picks on the left side of the map, making sure Kaluge can.
Oh my goodness.
Chip finds those picks, and they're going all the way towards the spawn. They want to make sure they're sent all the way back, so close to the point. Envy, with that first control, definitely gives them a huge edge. Also, they're building up towards those ultimates for the upcoming fight.
Yeah, as we begin
99
again,
already.
Envy with the point and collapse there. They're going to reset back. Honestly, this is, we talk about learning from the pros. Typically, teams try to hold up here tight in these tight chokes. It looks like they're electing to go back to point. As you can see, I talk about those off-angle high peaks here. Brownie on the high side going to start putting some pressure on. Dealing some damage to the back line. 99 to ultimate. This ultimate can be very strong here for the side. Oh, wait, that's one value. Or Zune, sorry, excuse me. I thought this was Kaluge up here right now. But no, Brownie again on the off angle. Cal going to try to put pressure back on and shut that down. Whole team electing to stay together on the high side. Not taking point yet. 50 on the clock.
Yeah, they're sort of rotating around the point. We usually see these combinations between that Magneto and the Phoenix, right? Talking about getting rid of those shields and slamming down with that Meteor M. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's something we see after all these shots. Ultimates are popped.
I get it,
First hit potentially coming through with the marks off the backside, but the Loki crystals are there to block it until Brownie again by Fun.
He's dead.
Endsong Inferno goes down. We see Xe with a pick there. Kaluge brings one back, but Brownie, Dotori, Fun are going to sweep the side of Envy. Gen G going to now take the point with 70% on the clock.
So I get it.
Potentially one fight territory.
This side is what
so this is a
Gen G
dangerous
banned
position to be in as we push
Envy,
towards fight 3 window, though,
Envy
on
banned
the
for
Groot.
Gen G.
Happy to see Groot back in the playing field.
Yeah, the combo between Brownie and Xe coming through, right, making sure those eliminations can sort of happen with the Winter Soldier and stuff. So honestly, Envy maybe not expecting such a fast push by Gen G to combo those two ultimates. So great work by them.
Ult advantage here for the side of Envy just by one. As we see a pick, but the pause goes out.
He's laughing.
Right before our side was Gen G.
That was AFK.
Bro, God. Was like, oh, my kill.
My goodness. I mean, obviously, we don't want to talk about it too much, but
already
the fact
at
that
DC.
That's a big pick coming into this upcoming fight, and they already are 60% on the board. I mean, what a first round, first of all. Back and forth, Shib. I mean, what's your overall thoughts from that first beginning bit, right? Both teams going Phoenix.
Up is in the black Air Force is fucking with the wires and shit.
Yeah.
No.
He's very dead.
Really strong, and honestly, Mantis saw a lot more play overseas compared to American region.
I can't believe that these guys didn't show the ban phase that whole time.
Yeah.
Wait, why did it take him that long to pause though? Fuck. They let him just get a free fucking reset, no?
Yeah, this guy got a kill for free. Can we, like, surely we implement like a server thing where like you know what I mean, like a reset. We have the.
Well, it's because it doesn't read. He's DC'd. You know what I mean? Like his like keyboard could just like stop working.
Far more threatening as we see Phoenix in the game now. It's a big problem. So they like to take that off the field. We're seeing a lot.
At least they paused like within 3 seconds. At least it didn't take like a legit a minute.
Yeah, like they're just like killing all of them.
Yeah.
Like people are typing in chat, P, yo, P.
Yeah. Kind of figure that out behind the scenes as our referees take a look at it. And overall, Ship, I mean, like we saw the
Bro,
power
Nero's
of
nervous. He's biting his.
Well,
I would be biting my mouth as well.
The fact that we saw
this
the
guy
combination of Phoenix, of Winter Soldier come through, even though there was Strategist Ultimates up. I mean,
what's happening in WoW?
The window is shaking.
Window looks dialed the fuck in.
1,000 yard stare on window.
No. He's like shaking his leg and shit. Like he's actually getting to like gunshots going off behind him and shit. Wait, we gotta see who's gonna get the first Hydra on all of the LAN. Is Fun like that?
And we will. Lamps or the shields right before you come in with Kraken Impact. Fun. Gonna be on that Doctor Strange off angle. Here we begin. Heavy ult advantage for the side of Envy. And we will proceed. 68% here for Envy, 39 for GENG. Cal gonna keep that pressure on the left side. Does have Ensong Inferno ready. Gonna look for some height, look for anyone to be out of position. Finds one on the off-angle. Brownie trying to play that off, and we're gonna start immediately here with the bond onto the point. That's gonna be an Ensong Inferno goes out. No major value, but it does get rid of shields. Dangerous position here for Window down low. Here comes an Inferno right back with damage boost. Doesn't find value, it does not. That's 2 ults out. There goes Ayavagamoto, gets a ton. Do they get value off it? Fun, not able to do so. Great dance there. Speedery finds one. Window, Cal. Speedery again on the Zune. Beautiful play by Envy on the retake, and they will be climbing.
What a scrappy fight, but we saw the power of the Shredded's ultimates there, right? Nero coming out first, Month with the follow-up afterwards. Unfortunately for GENG, waiting still on Snake's Eternal Bomb, but that should give them an edge for this upcoming fight. Medium M for Kaluj on the opposite side will be able to shut that down, as well as Peel for Xe and his ultimate, but that is still one ult against 2. It's all going to be on Kaluj here, or speedily on Cal, finding an opening pick with those damage boosts.
Yeah, Xe here with the Kraken impact is terrifying. You will have that Eternal Bomb there for Snake as well. It's really about trying to clutch up and play smart here. You don't necessarily need a whole point. Just try to drop back and kite. We talk about kiting. It's essentially, think of it. Oh, Cal was fine.
Oh no!
With the early pick. That's that neutral we were talking about. Cal goes down. Numbers in GENG's favor. Ults in GENG's favor.
This
is a dangerous position. We might see a TP back here at this point. Kalu's going to come back and try to kite away. This is what we'll talk about kite in a minute. What that may mean. Xe finds Window though. Kraken impact. Looking for more. Going to reset off the clones. Now on a Kaluj. Kaluj goes down. Take this. Almost 3. Can he proceed? He is looking up in the sky. We've got to retake. What?
Wait a minute.
Xe goes down on the refight. What just happened?
Do they touch though, Ship? They got 15% of the board.
TP's
It's definitely going to be close. TP's coming out from Kaluj, man. They're going to have to touch with 90% of the board. Brownie's going to be on the backside as well with his ultimate ready to go. But Nero has Soul Bond as well.
And
what a kidnap.
Roughly 10%. If you
What a kidnap. Hello?
Window finds Zune, and that is a huge start here. From Envy up in numbers. Out goes Cal. Brownie turns it right back into Mundo. And the numbers are now in the side of Envy. Nero, Window onto Fun, and that could do it here on map 1. That is going to do it here on map 1. I don't think the portal comes through it. They're touching, they're holding.
Wait a minute.
Kaluj finds Snake. Can we get here again? Speedery looking here with the Wolverine. Down goes another. That's going to be the end of map 1 as Envy cleans it up.
That was a nice
What
map.
a portal play towards the end. I wonder if they even tried to go for the stun, man. The reason why I think that they lost towards the end in terms of GENG was because, unfortunately, Xe was going that deep towards the spawn, right? That was sort of the scary factor. They've lost Xe for that fight. They really could have used him, obviously, to help with the portal plays. Also, on the backside, Zune got kidnapped. You talk about the kidnap plays with me as well before this. You know, usually we watch. The fact that he got kidnapped by Kaluj was huge, right? If you're wondering what that is, basically the Doctor Strange portal comes through. They're looking for a target that's maybe back and forth on the point. They think, in terms of GENG, they thought they would be safe, just kind of going around the point. Unfortunately, you sort of default, right? You kind of go back and forth. And luckily for the side of Envy, and Kaluj with a phenomenal portal, they were able to pick up soon who had the Meteor M, man. So he was ready to go in that fight with that potential winning ultimate, but he got kidnapped, taken out by Envy early on.
You're right. I mean, it does obviously transition that ultimate to the next map there, but you're right. Portal plays, when it comes to kidnaps, are far easier on something like Convergence or Convoy, where you can predict where they're going to run, but on Domination, like you're saying, when they're going back and forth, very difficult to do. But when you're at that level of play,
ever get
you
to
can
play
do something like
Kaluj,
just predicting that move and finding that pick early. That was everything. And with that ultimate, absolutely invaluable. So here we go. Speedery on the high side here with the Wolverine.
And it's very interesting that he actually is pulling the Wolverine now. Neither team able to play Invisible Woman to counter the Wolverine like a lot of people think that you can sort of do. Also, Magneto can help with the bubbles, make sure that Wolverine is fully enabled. So that should be huge on this upcoming map. Maybe the other one a bit more open for Wolverine to really be played. You can see a hero-specific sort of picks coming through based on round.
And if you didn't notice, you look at Brownie there on that off-angle high side. That has been consistent all game. Take that
thing
into
is they are
ladder
not
if you are
nerfing
a
Silos because
know that that's impactful. Up we go with the Meteor M. Doesn't find the bond. Gets shielded. Ayavagamoto goes out. Do we see Fun get a bit? Cal going to turn it on to Brownie. The window with a two-piece on a Snake and Tune. Followed up with the Meteor M. Beautiful team play again. They get point 1 early, and we know how strong that is on Domination.
Yeah, that was some clean movement on the opposite side from, I believe, was it Month to open it up, right? was Meteor M to counter it from Zune, but unfortunately for him, he kind of reacted a little bit too late, right? Month was able to kind of sneak through the back line, peek around the corner, and that's that counter that we talk about with that Meteor M, sort of able to take down Eternal Bond with the Cloak and Dagger. But luckily for the side of Envy, they have somebody like Month who can kind of hide around the corner, get in the right position, and avoid that one shot. So Zune had to refocus back onto the front line of Envy. Instead, in this fight, Envy has a big bank of ultimates, both duelist ultimates to combo that potentially, as well as Nero sitting on the Eternal Bond. Meanwhile, for Gen G, they only have their Eternal Bond as well, alongside their Brownie with ultimate and XE as well. So they can also kind of find something here, but Envy does have point control.
I don't think Emma
And here we go with the tackle. Cal is disgusting midair. Shuts that down quickly. Numbers up in their advantage. Not even having to use too much. As Envy is in a dangerous position back and forth. Out we go with another Eternal Bond. And does it land? Speedery gonna find Snake on the offside. Speedery looking really clean here on the wall. Fun gonna hold up there. And that should be another, they might be holding this for as long as possible. This is genius play, and that is team play in a nutshell. Tackle him back and not even finish. Oh my goodness. Well, this is insane. This is brutal. Oh no. Find a way out. Find a way out. Down. Go Zune.
I thought
I hate
Prison was
this
ultimate.
so much. I
did
hate
not realize Entangling Prison was
when
a
other
passive.
stagger.
That's crazy. That's
I hate staggers.
Strangling Prison. Oh yeah.
It's actually
on the back
crazy.
side of the point.
Feels so bad for the other guy.
Gen G,
hey, I just want to let go. I just want to live. Or just kill me. No.
Battle lose
We
fight,
will
you obviously want to
torture
reset,
you.
go back with your team. You don't want to just stand there in AFK because the other team's going to recognize that if they're smart and sort of counter it. No. Exi gets picked again, man. This is happening every fight. Gen G losing more members of the team. Soon has to pop his ultimate to panic.
Yeah, I love. Oh, doesn't give out great crystals there by Loki. If you can shut down an ultimate with an ability like that, I can't talk about value enough right there. Cal gonna find Snake. Another early pick by Cal.
Jesus.
How many of those are we gonna find in a row on a very crucial teammate? Down goes another strategy. Something go with Meteor M. And wow, Envy is looking insane right now. Speedery gonna try to find another pick. Down goes Fun. Numbers heavily in their advantage again with ults being out. There's nothing
NA's just
for Gen
been
G.
different.
And
I am
finds
sorry,
Zune,
bro.
and that is going to be a slow but sure win here for
I'm
is massive. You hold on
I'm not
to
gonna
the
say
strength
this
teleport
before I
for as
see
long as
Chinese
possible.
teams. I think
Make sure you
Chinese
get as
teams
many
are
people
insane.
back from their KOs.
But
Wait,
NA is way
what?
different.
Go through Exi.
Wait.
Onto window. Caster curse myself. Cal finds Brownie again though.
Very
That's another
losable.
start here, but still down one number. Cal gonna be up in the sky with the ultimate. Gonna burn some of those shields. A ton of damage goes out. Kaluge onto Snake though, and on Cal again. On Zune even be down in numbers. Kaluge on a Fun onto Exi, and that is it as Envy takes map 1.
Oh my goodness, and I think that's off the back of, it looked like Month to teleport away to the point, right, he was able to back and forth kind of avoid all that damage coming through, and because of his survivability, because he lived, he was able to keep Kaluge alive, and Speedery as well, to find those picks from their back.
Like no mag player will hesitate to ult after the first
winning.
dash.
I mean, this was like a little obvious-ish.
Dude,
Say
they
it was like
were
70-30.
nervous, bro. They looked nervous. When this guy got staggered,
Bro,
he
you think
didn't
there's something
try
in the
to
Black
run
Air
off the
Force
map.
energy?
Let's change to YouTube, guys. Let's change to YouTube. This is low-key bugging out.
Why is this deck so big?
Sure, YouTube's better quality.
Back to the uplifting music.
Yeah, that was such
Yeah,
a
YouTube is very
I
quiet.
think because we haven't seen, or at least I haven't.
Why do I close tab?
And then round number 2, obviously we switched over to that Wolverine. Is it because of how close the corridors were on that second round compared to the first one?
Yeah, I think that heavily favors with there's a lot of there's escape routes too where you can take height with Feral Leap with Wolverine to escape if you need to. There's bunny hopping with Wolverine. You may not have known that if you use your right leg after Feral Leap. That's pretty good too for escape, especially on those angles. But I'm with you. I think Storm doesn't play as well on that map. There is a little bit of height you can cover around, but it's very tight. You play low ground, and
once you go out, you're kind of screwed,
exactly.
right?
Yeah,
that makes sense.
So yeah, you know, it was a great call. It's maps are very, or heroes are very map dependent. Like they have strong maps, and I think that was a great decision as Wolverine looked insane there for the side of Speedery.
Absolutely. We saw like the heavy flanks as well committed from the side of Brownie and stuff, and Cal too. That's how he found those opening picks, I guess. Because I mean, if you notice as well, it's something hard to call out because there's so many things going on, right?
Sure.
12 players in a lobby. You notice how a lot of times the Phoenix player is getting the idol, right? That snowflake from Luna Snow to make sure that any little bit of healing that she gets to anybody else, that person with the snowflake gets that healing. So because of that, we see some really, really deep flanks from the side of Brownie and stuff. In other games and stuff, you would assume, okay, that idol, once you're out of LOS, once you're out of line of sight, you would assume from the Luna Snow that, okay, maybe it falls off. Maybe you wouldn't have that anymore. Not in Marvel Rivals. If you give somebody the snowflake, they can be off in Narnia, and they'll still hold on to it as long as you don't put it on somebody else. So a lot of times people will panic, right? They'll be like, okay, I'm going to move it into somebody else that's dying quicker, heal them up quickly. A lot of times at the highest level, they don't do that. They're so smart. They practice so much. They realize, okay, the optimal play is to give your Phoenix the snowflake and let them cook. Yeah. Right. And it's tough when you don't have a good Phoenix player who can pop off like Cal or Brownie. Yeah. But we saw really, really heavy flanks like we see in the early days of Marvel Rivals and MRC and stuff. It's sort of making its way back around with Phoenix because she has her own survivability with the self-heal that she has, with the fact that she can kind of dash back and forth and fly. Because Jean Grey, I mean, she has so many abilities that keeps her alive, and you need to also give her the snowflake so she can really take those heavy and deep angles.
Yeah, and the reset on Ultimate, right? You're right. A lot of escapability, a lot of movement cooldowns, and another hit scan added to the game. You talk about those off-angle flanks and how they're impactful. Luna being great. Things like Invis with that, that shield that you can pop up on somebody taking an off-angle gives you additional HP to play around while healing you at the same time. So those off-angle flanks are right back in it, like you talked about early season, because another hit scan is added to the game, which really does change meta up. Talk about maybe Flyers suffering a little bit, but you still see people like Speedery just dominating with Flyers. But as in a nutshell, adding another hit scan to the game definitely changes up meta.
Absolutely does. 100%. You're right, Shib. And let's just sort of refocus back into person a little bit, because we are done with Matt number 1. We still have a little bit before Matt number 2 comes out when it's being selected. But man, can we just take a moment to just like the fact that we're even here, like just like look, the fact that we even have on the front here Marvel Rivals Ignite with the logo and stuff like that, with this clean desk, man.
And this behind us, are you kidding me?
Oh my god! Like I just want to kind of live in the moment for a second, Like can we just like not talk for like 10 seconds?
I don't know if we can, but
we can't really. You don't want to just sit here and live in the moment for 5 seconds? How long could you be? How long could you stand still without talking on a live broadcast? Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Immediate loss. I think the problem with both of us is that we're both just, the ADHD boys. We just got to keep it chugging.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, we don't want to.
We have to say real quick, and one thing I want to call out, you talked about hit scan, and it made me think before I forget, speaking of ADHD, that how many times did we see Cal get a pick off the beginning of every single fight?
I know, yeah. That kind of goes back to what we were talking about before. Is that what you're talking about with the like LAN nerves and stuff like that?
Yes.
And, well, Cal also got picked once too, right?
That's
Remember that on that flank?
Yeah.
And, because I guess he was a little bit too far out in terms of the angle he took. But that's a good point. Yeah,
that was a good shot, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, there's so many things that can impact the game in terms of what you want to do on stage and or in the game. And, obviously on the official live stage in China, in Guangzhou, those sort of things can definitely impact you. And you can sort of falter because of it.
Yeah, and if you get picked in the neutral, like we talked about earlier, way too much value. Especially at this level, they're going to capitalize on that. Like, it is their job because it is their job.
Yeah, and a lot of people are more nervous than you would think, right?
Sure.
It's obviously human nature. You're like, okay, these guys are robots. They're pro players who are just insane at the game.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of people in the chat have super high opinions of them, but they're just humans. That's why we're watching. We're not watching hard bot. We're not watching hard Wolverine versus hard Groot. You know what I'm saying? We're seeing real players play on the stage that are competitive, but also they have feelings, they have emotions and stuff, and it can really mess with you losing map 1 and stuff. I've seen players and literally just run into walls on land. Like they'll literally, because they're so nervous, because they're just like backing up and stuff. I don't want to say specific heroes and stuff or names, but I saw one dude when I played professionally in a different game, that he just ran into a wall for like 4 seconds, like an actual professional player. Turned his brain off for a second, he shut down.
In the moment.
In the moment. And that can 100% happen, especially since you talked about how early days. This is good, bro, for the watch party, like for the stream hours, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, seriously.
Damn it, yeah.
Bro, do you hear what Dogman's talking about? This guy's lost his mind. He's got
Is he just saying anything right now?
He's literally just saying anything, bro. He literally said, let's see how
anything that comes to his mind.
He literally said, how long can we stand here and not say a word? Let's try. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I don't know if you had him muted, but I swear to God, he just said that.
It's insane.
He probably just got the word in his fucking earphone that like, yo, next match isn't starting for 30 minutes. We got technical difficulties stalled.
Yeah. They probably like forgot the whole. I bet you they forgot the whole like production segment of showing the band phase. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like they're probably like fixing it on stream or something right now. Like to add it in. That's fire.
I think
bro, just give Shib the mic, man.
Chad, do you guys think that this LAN is trying to last longer than the Shroud tournament? Are they going for a 24-hour tournament on the first day?
No.
We're literally here until the next day starts.
I can't
bro, I remember I went to bed, woke up. You guys were still live.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what?
No, that shit was fucked, bro.
Standing
Played like 20 matches that day, and like all of them were streamed separately.
Yeah.
This is just fire.
Shit legit was insane. The 1 week that I go away is the longest watch party ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was long.
No, absolutely, and that's why.
Oh shit,
I mean, we have so
guys!
much respect for
Who
these pro players. Obviously,
hosted the
it's not-
Shroud
we don't have
tournament,
to
chat?
reiterate it too much, obviously, but
Was it
you know,
actually
there's a
Shroud?
lot
Like,
of
was it an
pride working
official
so
Marvel
hard, right?
Rivals
Like, our
tournament
job,
by
I'm not gonna
Shroud?
say it's easy, but it's not compared to we're robots. We're here. We could be replaced by AI anytime. You know, it's like it's not. I mean, let's not say that. I'm just saying we're gonna replace Shiv at the break, and he's gonna be.
You guys are talking about like AI right now. What's going
They're
on?
talking about getting replaced.
Taller and more handsome too. Tall and more handsome, probably. Yeah, just like me.
No, that's when you know it's bad, when like they start going into the podcast mode. Like just saying anything. No, we're gonna be here for a while, chat.
One dog here, one dog there.
Oh shit.
That was too real. We could replace by anybody. The show dogs. I mean, those guys make way more money, are way more beautiful in general. And by the way, if you're wondering,
Who the hell are the show dogs?
right? We're waiting for the next map. So obviously, if you're watching now, yep, do what we do. I'm sure there's some people that hate it. They're like, who are these doofuses?
That's what we do. We are the shields. We're the vanguards. We're the shield. You know what I mean? We just soak damage. Hope our strategists keep us up.
Bro, what's going on? What's going on?
I wish I had perma cooldown. That's the problem.
Dude, I don't know. This podcast is getting crazy.
This podcast. He said.
Because I'm a very strong player, top 500 player, really strong Psylocke. Has been pro, has been on a big stage, has a ton of this experience, right, folks? So you got to check him out if you haven't. But what do they do to change? What is
Dogman is giving this guy the 1,000-year stare.
Man, it's tough. It's going to be a hard decision in the next map. I think you have to sort of obviously brush it off, right? I mean, first of all, it's domination, and I think a lot of pro players realize how hard it is to win
Oh,
domination.
this Mickey, bro.
Yeah, like we said, you don't have a lot of time. I mean, you know,
Bro,
domination.
what are we
they only
doing?
last like, I don't know, 7 minutes sometimes. Yeah. Right, that series, even though the pauses were longer than the game itself, right? That's what can happen sometimes.
Let's watch the recordings,
in
I guess.
domination, you sort of just have to realize, okay, maybe
Bro,
it's not our map type.
watch this
maybe we go
quality
more
of this.
consistent. It'll be easier, I think, in the
I tried color correction. The colors look so nice.
Wait, is first map at least caught in Overwatch as well?
How does it look after posting on YouTube?
Yeah, strengths and weaknesses. There's teams that perform well in domination. We've seen in Ignite that have won domination consistently.
Koth is just
and
like,
struggle on combo and
it's so
conversions.
makey.
that game mode is AIDS.
Oh, it looks so
Armed and
Marvel is not even that broadcast, dude. I feel like a lot of the player base don't even know this is happening.
Fight retake after the point has given you some.
I don't even know if they even knew this is like. Not only do they not know it's happening now, I don't even think they know this exists.
You know, I think we just.
I don't even think they know Ignite exists.
And next map, so
I have a question for you.
Okay.
What hero?
No, we're asking like interview questions and shit. Chat, answer two, bro. Answer two.
There this week.
Question.
I think I'm looking forward to. I don't want to leak
He
it
said,
too much.
what character do you want to see that is usually not played a lot? Like, what's a random character that you want to see that's not played?
Like in the game?
Yeah, in the game that's like not usually picked. What are you excited to see? And Dogman answers.
Hawkeye with Bantus.
Hawkeye.
Imagine that'd be insane on LAN.
Hawkeye. Has to be
like
Hawkeye.
a sniper duel.
Get what's his I8? Is he still playing this game or no?
Wait, he actually came back. I saw him stream yesterday. Yeah, his first stream yesterday was like, I'm streaming Rivals again. Nah, I didn't watch, but I saw him. He hadn't played for 3 months, like since Emma came out.
Kalush with 10 final
And he
hits.
finally came back.
That is crazy. Ooh, but look at the damage taken by Window.
They should have like
Healing 22.
They should have like videos to play in them, like after like the match or something, no?
Healing
Yeah, I think they're all over
2021.
So they don't have to have these guys like
DP
stalling hard.
Yeah. That's what I thought the whole point of
I think
doing
they
all that
got it
content
after
is.
the
You know what I
series.
mean? Like when you go to a map break, they start playing all those videos and shit.
Yeah, why don't they wait? They have like interviews ready. Like I saw them like talking on the couch for like legit 30 minutes before the stream started.
They definitely have so many interviews.
Pearl X got banned for cheating, did he?
Twice.
Did he actually?
way, it was interesting.
Like, he's permabanned now?
On 2 accounts, apparently.
It's very interesting to see
Uh-huh.
I think he's doing cams with, he's doing streams with hand cams to prove he's not cheating or something.
Uh,
Oh, it was the player report ban.
Maybe, I don't know. I think so.
He was so evasive.
Elo Terrorist 98718 or 7 said Moxie is actually so annoying. Can we just have you in space? This guy hasn't even been talking.
Shit, fucking rage bait. Lion speaking to monkey.
First message, by the way.
Probably account made with
Everyone
one
spamming
minute ago.
retweet in my chat. Yeah, okay.
Holy. We didn't really reference that isn't used as consistently. Honestly, Peter, one of the very few folks that is still using. Oh, wow.
Guy's still playing Storm, bro. All day.
They gotta figure out the camera angles on the Phoenix. They're like trying to catch up to the mother ulting and shit.
There as well. So this is just beautiful play, man.
Absolutely, and this is the interesting factor, I think, when we watch both of these teams, the difference of opinion. We see Speedily Speedery.
So are we gonna jump it to the next map with no ban phase, or what's going on here?
Value Storm as
Probably.
much as Ensure, right? Because you talked about how good he is.
I'm telling you, bro. If it was supposed to be shown, like it would have been shown, I think.
But I think this team prioritizes, at least in North America, Storm a lot more than other regions will.
Yeah.
I imagine we might see some later, but even one of the best
You
Storm
think it's
players
just
in
fucked
Sentinels
for
is quite
today?
amazing. They don't even like Storm that much. So specifically,
I don't know,
There's no,
honestly.
someone will have to say there's no way you don't show ban phase. Ban phase is so important in this game. You also like need to see like what team is dying on what hill. You know what I mean? Like if teams are not making adjustments, like why they're not
there's a
doing
lot
it.
of interesting things we'll see in terms
So we need like someone to blame. Is what you're saying?
You call it Blong Blong.
Has been retaking, priority in these maps, and it's not only
Tongue
just
man
because
at
of
the
that
stair.
ultimate back and impacting in terms of your damage spread.
Back to the uplifting music.
This dude is insane, bro.
Second usage of that orb, which can knock flyers out of the sky, but not necessarily the main usage for it. When we find bucket
Bro,
players,
I
for the most
love,
part
dude,
now,
Shib
are
is like trying to
play more
keep
of
it so
a-
cool.
It's like a bruiser. You want to consistently be using those
Bro,
abilities.
Dogman,
gain that overhealth, and
bro,
use
guys,
that to
why
have
am I
that
starting to
one
not
by
hate
chase.
Dogman?
You're almost pumping abilities
Like,
out.
I actually just feel like he's starting to, I feel like in his head he's tweaking, dude.
In that map,
He's
one that
geek.
Why is he staying like that? Why?
I gotta order food, kid.
What do you think? What hero are you excited to potentially see in the upcoming?
About to order some lobster and filet mignon
Or what do you think?
Yeah, see, I mean, obviously,
Holy.
with caviar.
Which I think is more of a long shot. I would like to see Johnny Storm pick up the thing and throw him into the back line. That's just, if I see it once, check, I'm good. You know what I mean?
Wait, Moxie, like, what are you like white or like what? Like, I actually like don't know.
Shit, bro, I'm whatever.
And there's some teams
Moxie doesn't even know what he is.
What?
He said, "I'm whatever."
Like, what is like,
Maybe
what is
whatever
the
you
mixture of
like.
yourself? No, like the ethnicity mixture. Everyone got one though.
Play torch to the level of like some
Yes.
Speedery, some of these
American, I
other
don't
torch players
know.
in the entire world. I think that was the only potential weakness as the North American casters.
Do you not even like know, or what's going on?
Players probably listening.
Not right
Tell
now.
Jay he's never had steak
Not
before.
right now.
The American region was,
Wait,
we only really
He's
have
wait. Moxie said he's
one
never had steak and he's
absolutely
never had
player,
sushi
and that probably is
What?
Like, I don't wanna-
in his life.
Yeah,
And he's
probably,
never
like,
been to the
straight,
and he's
like,
never been
paste
into the
white,
movies.
and he doesn't know.
Bro, I just like no, I thought that was like only a restaurant thing, bro. I don't go to
I
restaurants.
told him he has to come to Dallas and we'll fucking cook him up a nice steak.
Bro, I've literally never seen anyone
He has
cook a
done,
steak at home. Like I thought that's just like a
No,
restaurant.
no,
Face cam
no,
streams,
no,
right?
no.
That you sort of hard carry on that hero. And I think that we might see some people leaving it open against
I have to
certain
get
teams.
Canes,
That's
bro,
what we
no
talked
troll.
about when we watched North America, that a lot of the good torch teams are now gone.
Yeah, I mean, the skill ceiling for
Literal,
is insane. And we'll talk
literal
about that in a
infant.
second as we look
No,
down.
fucking
Yggdrasil
infant,
path.
bro.
My personal
Well, that's
favorite
it.
map. Love this map so much here on Convoy. Should be fun to watch. As we do see, GENG is going to be attacking.
Games is so
off the Rift.
boring.
Personally, I like attacking
What are you
initially.
ordering food to have like
Yeah,
fun or something? What does that mean?
Defensive
Boring.
strategy changes once you know the max of where you need
Just
to
eat
hold
it.
that, right? You know, you may force a fight earlier. You may use a teleport.
You guys fuck with Canes or no? Like, you like that Moxie or
I
no?
really love this
Somebody
map.
that maybe has made a few too many alternate accounts. That's what we'll call
Dude,
it.
it's just like
Don't want to get banned.
I feel like it's like
No
shittier
busting here,
KFC,
busting.
no?
Yeah, obviously Smurfing is terrible. Don't
But I think you're gonna get a lot of hate for that. But I love KFC, bro. Like KFC is hella fire, but KFC is like so
KFC.
hated. It's so hated.
Yeah, bro, I think
like-
it's overhated.
Yeah, 100% it is.
You could maybe get it done
That
in
shit
3
is so
minutes,
fire.
right? So Maybe speed run it like
The
like
famous
water,
bowl.
right? It sort of turns into a game in that regard. I think
Ever had that?
With like the gravy, mashed potatoes, like chicken. Yeah.
for that sort of thing.
His finger looking good in this fucking call, kid.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know it's not your fault. You do
Then why are you blaming us?
It's your fault.
It's not my fault. I just said it's not my fault.
No, I know it's not your fault.
Then why are you saying it's my fault?
So much money.
Let him cook.
I'm cooking right now, all right? And I'm about to add you in as spices if you keep interrupting me.
In the past or
Let's look at Moxie's face, guys.
Always been seeing it.
Not like that.
Like he's so nervous, bro. He's so nervous.
America, we saw like
Yeah, they're definitely
Solaris
twisted
in
right
the,
now. You can tell by like, how hyped they're getting for like any pick.
A lot of those guys, they probably
They're
hate me.
both twisted.
They're like typing in chat, who's this dumbass over here. But regardless, Solaris is a great team, right? Yeah. In all seriousness, they were awesome.
Oh, shout out Team Solaris, Moxie.
Hate XQC's content, but he do be attractive.
Yeah, I like the stream. It's
Of Moxie.
Bench.
I probably main Roadhog, Hanzo, and Cassidy. Those are my 3 favorite heroes.
He said Cassidy. I gotta respect that.
Yeah, any hobbies, Donatello?
Yeah, I play basketball.
Okay. Well, you go to a gym or you play on a team?
Dallas Mavericks.
You're on the Mavericks.
Wait, like varsity or?
No, real.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Wait, can I have your autograph?
Yeah, any hobbies?
That is nice.
That is insane. Wait, why is Moxie's face reveal off the planet? There is no way, right?
Boom. Moxie IRL. Ah! Boom. Moxie IRL. What the fuck is this? Why am I in here?
Your community is called the B-hole.
Yeah, so you come into the B-hole when you enter my chat.
I would love to come into the B-hole.
Who wouldn't?
Wait a second. You're Moxie?
I am.
No.
Yes.
The Moxie.
See?
Is this actually Moxie? But he has his face, right? I think it's just
for the sake of doing
Oh
this, big guys.
my god. Oh my god. I am the
Damn, what the
fuck?
I'm gonna go log in at Unmungus.
Dude, I am the opposite meta.
I don't think we'll ever find it.
No way you did that dance. Do that dance again. Do that dance again. Oh, wait, no, wrong screen. Dude,
Moxie, thank you for cameramanning.
Do we show him? Do you want to do the reveal?
How about we show half the face? Half the face.
Half?
Half.
You want to do
All right.
half?
All right, go.
Like top half, maybe.
All right.
Oh my god. Okay, that's
All right, that's it.
That's all I get. That's all I get. That's all I get.
That's it.
There we go, dude.
That's
There
it.
we
And
go.
then shout out
How's
to
that?
Fandy, guys. Yo, FANDUI. Check the stream out. Check out Miskif. MIZKIF. PINKSPI.
underscore.
PINK underscore SPARKLRS.
That's not Moxie, right? Is the master?
Holy bro, people are interested, bro.
Or no?
Bro's a fed. No, I'm not gonna
The
answer.
police pulled out
Yeah,
the
no,
police.
seriously, this guy's a police form.
No, I'm done.
Bro's like fucking hiding his identity.
Holy, I'm sorry, I'm not on
Moxie!
the big stage like this guy, bro.
That's
Hey, Moxie's
really gaming powerhouse.
That's him right here. This is Moxie all along.
Moxie, you know what he looks like?
It sounds like no, but honestly.
There's no mirrors in that crib.
Bro's in like a psych ward.
In a white room.
Yeah, I mean, we saw some, that was beautiful. Yeah, we saw that combination. I mean, it was frame perfect. There was no reaction time. And I think,
but what happened after that, right? They stopped doing. They just were not able to sync up. You think it's LAN nerves?
See, you know, it may have been the utilization of two.
I gotta like decipher this guy. Let's duo in Valorant, Moxie. I'm gonna look at your ping and see what server we're on and like decipher where you are.
This guy thought he was that one guy on social media. What's his name?
Rainbow or whatever.
Yeah. It's like, do you want to feel the kiss of a woman? Nah, no one cares. Okay, wait. Yeah. We gotta hit that guy.
What? We got Choppa emoting on.
This guy's about to lock it.
Nah, this guy's
about to type rap lyrics in all chat.
Yeah, the crowd loves it as well, I'm sure.
Like in an interview, he starts like dropping Choppa quotes. That would be so fire. As the wise man Choppa once said,
I'm a menace.
No. But at the current moment, it looks like Mantis, Torch, Captain America are banned for Gen G. On the opposite side for Team Envy, they are banning out Torch, Psylocke, Mantis as well. So prioritization of those heroes, making sure that they are forced onto certain things, right? Making sure that, again, focusing towards
Choppa, a farmer,
and having Psylocke and Torch ban is definitely a focus on his hero pool. We've seen this in North America as well, but the ban of
they're talking about the bans
and Magneto. We'll see it when it comes up, obviously, but just kind of interesting that
they don't show it though.
The ban phase is kind of happening right now. We're gonna go, obviously, but it's kind of interesting that the ban phase is kind of happening right now, and we're gonna go into Sage, and you guys are gonna see it immediately right off the rip.
I do like
why not show ban phase? Hello, that is so stupid.
To consistently know
ban phase is so important in this game.
If you maybe forgot what the bans might have been, but
yeah,
I am excited. They are going to be. Looks like they're locking in. You know, I think we see a lock in of Strange here, which is definitely unique. That's a collusion.
Oh wow! So these guys get to see, but we don't.
Gen G were looking at getting rid of the Phoenix as well. So there's a lot of, or that's on the side of Gen G rather. So we'll see kind of what happens when they come in. But the biggest thing that I've noticed so far, and we've seen in practice and stuff, is that, like we said, when we come in and we watch the players during the ban phase, they just kind of vibe and do nothing.
I wonder
right?
what
It's usually like one guy or two
play.
guys in charge of the ban
and
phase.
Everybody
else is kind of locked in, ready to go and play the game.
Because
right?
this
Coach, right?
game
Go
is
the coach,
very
because you want to take off as much pressure of those players as much as possible.
Like
because
very
we saw
badly
teams
optimized.
like Team Sentinels. Their coach is a player in Crimzo.
That's so cool.
I mean, Crimzo, he must have immense stress, for sure,
Crimzo
on his shoulders. So
coach
it's about
now?
alleviating some of that pressure, a lot of that stress off of your guys. And it's interesting that I think Luna Snow, for like across the board, has been a priority of everybody in terms of protect.
Yeah. I mean, Luna Snow, you already talked about Crystal right on the off angle, but the ultimate being incredibly impactful. The hit scan damage, raw damage output is not only, and healing, right? Like it's wild. And the clap, right? If you use the clapping ability and you call that out for your team, fully commit. It is penetrating through the squad. It heals everybody, keeps everybody hyper aggro. It is the way to play. So make sure you're calling that out when you're using that ability as a Luna Snowman. As we get into the game here.
We will get in a moment as well as everybody's sort of coming through. We are going to the ban phase now. I might have spoiled it. Oh my goodness.
We'll run it back.
Well, yeah, I completely forgot actually what happened, guys, as everybody is sort of locking in Envy rather was getting rid of the Mantis as we have the first bans come through. This is the first time we get to see something like this.
Beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, so Human Torch banned on the side of Gen G, and then they protected Luna Snow. I feel so bad. I literally leaked the entire ban phase. We weren't supposed to see it. I'll look away next time.
No, it's good.
But yeah, so Human Torch getting rid of as well for the side of Envy. And everybody talks about how good that character is.
Yeah, I mean, we could discuss that again.
Psylocke ban.
Honestly,
I don't think Speedy would ever get to play Psylocke, by the way.
There's a lot of triple strategies being run, or excuse me, you're running Guardians composition. That triple res is insane. Teams are at this level of play finding the most value. You don't need the highest stat lines, and We can talk all
this
day
map
about how
is
stat
good
lines are.
for
You know, you don't worry about it. Don't trust
the
stat
rest
lines
of
because we've seen Guardians
swing
comps that are
save.
almost negative in stat lines still taking wins because those picks are negated immediately. They retake a fight, they find value, and it costs them a couple getting KO'd a couple times, but it doesn't matter as long as you get the point or whatever you're achieving.
Absolutely, Kalush trying to hide away from the lights on the bench. That's funny. Trying to keep his vision safe. And I mean, it is always going to be bright on the stage. That's why they call it the bright lights, right? On the main stage competing. And now we get to see the entire band phase come through. Next time, Shiv, I will not be looking at that early. So
we're all learning together.
We're all learning together here. And you know, like the prioritization of Blue Snow came through, and both Vanguards, like you said, the Doctor Strange, the Team Andy protected, Magneto keeping theirs as well. Mantis. Like we said, that is interesting. That character has been so strong at this event. I figured it was like maybe overestimated or overstated by us. Maybe talking about how strong Mantis was before. But now we're actually seeing the power of that damage boost and stuff, right?
Exactly. I do think it's slept on by our region. I mean, there's teams like Sentinels that run it really well. Honestly, a lot of the teams are not afraid to run it, but I do think Mantis in general is a little bit slept on. They're electing to ban Mantis over Warlock, which may have been different in the past. As we start off here, immediately into the action, we go. Oh, do I? Yes, there is triple Vanguard. I told you we are going to see some unique stuff here. The hold from the side of Envy running triple. They have done this in the past. Going to play on the high side now. Brownie going to be playing Psylocke, looking towards the left, putting a ton of damage on a Cal, who's on cap. I don't think we've ever seen that. Was playing Magneto last time. Cal might have was not banned out. No, excuse me, it was banned out. GENG, you'll see the bans actually from the opposition above. Choppa trying to get some damage. We do see the Moon Knight just to try to counter off here the beginning of this battle. Take the space back with raw damage. Moon Knight does that very well. Cal trying to chase here again onto Brownie. Brownie getting stuck, almost going to pay for it as Cal's keeping that pressure up. Ultron from Speedery out on Snake. Down goes Snake and Choppa. And this triple hold is looking clean as Window gets another.
Yeah, that Ultron rate goes up so quickly still. They did not change that in the previous patch. So coming into it, Speedery pops that ultimate, goes towards the spawn doors before anything is built on the side of GENG because they were able to get so much charge off of damage, off of the healing that Ultron does. So they're just kind of doing a good job staying alive. Also, Cal is giving the snowflake, so he is never going to be found. Brownie's over to
DPS,
that Iron Man as well. So much damage being on the opposite side for the team of GENG. Let's see if they're able to combo well.
See, this is one of those developments in the meta. Oh, Window going to clean up Brownie there. Great Psionic Seduction by Kalush. We'll get back to that in a minute. As Speedery finds Choppa and what a hold again. Not overcommitting those ultimates. Still holding on, only using Kalush. And Speedery's already back to Ultron's rage. Are you kidding me? These players are insane. This triple hold is wild to look at. And this is what I was going to say. These new developments in the game, triple is now a thing, right? This is something that was not present in Season 0 and 1. And now we're seeing it far more as we climb through 2 and 3. And now teams are trying to figure out how to counter it using things like Moon Knight and Iron Man. Maybe even Magic from things like Sentinels. Just these unique picks that excel against triple Vanguards. And on we go. Ultron's rage trying to find some value out of Xe. Good escape there. And there is, the maximum pulse is not going to last. And that again is good for Envy, who are staying strong here on the high side. Through the ultimate. Do they find value? Looking very close, getting walled in. And Window gonna have to walk back. It's looking now towards their favors. The dance floors are on Psionic Seduction to follow up, and that is a lot of damage. Damage boosted Psionic is gonna hit the backline as Speedery goes down. And nice return by GENG.
Yeah, they're coming back though on the side. Detroit went down to Cal, and they come back with Psionic Seduction. I mean, they were able to kind of come through. Even though Speedery goes down, he'll be able to fly back. More eliminations found Shib. As this first point hold's going on, man, still, you would think a team like GENG, who has a lot of experienced players, would not get spawn held like this. But we are 3 minutes off the clock, man.
Are you kidding me? And that is an example, again, of value. Down to 1 minute here for the side of GENG. Not even out their door.
Punisher
looking incredible. Still going to have the
Punisher
back if need be. And that's why they kept the
you are just giving them free eyes, even though they have 3 healers.
Getting ready with that strangling prison. The hold coming in. Does Groot say we are Groot together? Guess not yet. As we do see out goes the final. Ooh, Nero gonna find Brownie. Xe on a Kalush, traded evenly. We are gonna have a number down on the Vanguard side for NB. GENG gonna find another as Xe takes out Window. 2 Vanguards down. The teleport may come through here. Yes, Kalush making that switch as predicted. Choppa onto Cal. And finally, GENG are getting out the door with 25 seconds on the clock.
I mean, job done. I think right now for Envy, we'll see if they can keep it up. Obviously, they still have a while to go in terms of getting that hold. Teleport comes through from Kalush. This is why they protected that Doctor Strange. And Right now we're in the second phase of the map, or second part of the first phase of the map, where we're already 10 seconds left to go. 2 professional teams, by the way, and one of them's getting potentially spawn camped. We'll see how GENG does here.
And that is going to be a Q fest as we see Speedery immediately launching that rage. Does not get value, and that is good position there by GENG. Way to hold on there. Even being down and ultimate charge. Out goes the strangling prison. It's huge. Do they find value? Oh, no! What just happened? I think he got turned. He got frozen.
I think, yeah, he got frozen. I could see on the top right.
But no, it didn't even need to happen.
He had like something frozen
Speedery
on
out of
his
Choppa. Will they end this now? Nero on the snake. What a hold here for Envy. Overtime ticking down slowly. The dance floor is being forced down. Will they be able to get back to the point in time through the wall soon? Gets tackled away by Cal, and they are held at point 1.
I mean, what a shock. An absolute insane performance by the side of Envy, and they looked like a well-oiled machine. That was not map 1. It was not as close as you would think it would be on that round at all in this map. I mean, Envy just looked disgusting. By the way, they are now up a single map, and this potentially could close it out. That could send GENG into the loser brackets already this early in the tournament, man. And I like their adjustments, right? Just to talk about it a little bit. They, instead of having Nero on Ultron like they did in our North American stage 1, got Speedily on that Ultron. Can we talk about how good that guy is on flyers? And it's not that Nero can't play flyers and stuff. It's just that I like that adjustment. It makes so much sense. And I think that you're seeing Cal as well over the Captain America, sort of being that flexible player, picking up more heroes. I like this adjustment from Team Envy and Coach Gator to make those changes coming into such a big stage like this.
Yeah,
it's huge.
I think that is the strategy they've been running is when they're running triple, they have Speedery running that Ultron, and they're not afraid to pull Nero out when they're going back to a more traditional composition. I mean, we saw Cal smiling there, but everyone else has been locked on the side of Envy. They know the job's not done, and you look over here at GENG, who they want this. They want to hold on. They've got to get real creative now, though.
Why no replays, no POVs? Hello, production.
Wow. And GENG is not a bad team.
No, they're
insane.
Yeah, and maybe that goes to show the Sternbucks are adding up, and Shib is going to look like a giga genius when Envy wins this whole tournament, potentially. Obviously, there's a lot of good teams still ready to go, and I think we cannot talk about how it's crazy that Envy is even in the play-in stage, considering everything we've heard behind the scenes. We'll see how things play out, but man, I would feel so demotivated right now about GENG.
Dude, Speedery's damage right now is so insane. Just walking in, keeping the damage boost on everyone. Notice the low level of play. You can see, obviously, the aura for those who maybe don't know of where the damage boost stays into effect. But they're using it to their advantage as down goes Choppa, cannot be out-healed, even through positioning. And already, Envy are walking them back on a map that was chosen by GENG. What a set of plays here from the side of Envy as they do find 2. And they are going to force teleport here right back from Choppa.
They're done. They're done. Nothing else to talk about here, Shib. Honestly. I mean, you have actually Rez himself. They come through the backside. They're on triple strategist. Points about to be capped, 2. 1 meter left to go. Nobody's there. And they portal off the door. You're right. I barely even noticed that towards the end.
This game was too
Nail
fast.
in the coffin. And you win.
That was insane. I mean,
we're speechless.
Yeah, that's wild. Envy just looked lights out. I mean, that was the most flawless victory I have seen in Rivals in a long time.
Yes.
It's that simple.
I mean, we always see first point holds kind of come through later on, maybe. That was 5, 6 fight wins in the spawn door.
Yeah, exactly. And against a team of this caliber. I mean, you talk about how good GENG.
The beam, the copy past us after that, you know?
Can come back, make a good little run.
The catch my boy Speedery in the spawn door, running triple, or something like that. I don't know. Maybe
That was
there's some creative stuff happening right now.
A comeback? Well, like loser bracket comeback?
Yeah, it's possible.
Somebody clip it, but I mean, that was insane.
I don't know. That looked dominant.
One more series away from going to the main stage and getting out of these play-ins, because it seems like that team shouldn't even be here in the play-ins at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about how strong they are as a team. We talk about how there's a conversation of them being potentially better in that region. But, you know, they weren't, right? It's that simple. Who got the job done in that moment? You know, that wasn't Sentinels. It was not them, and they got pushed down to 3rd, and they're in the play.
Yeah, now we got to swap out. Everyone has to swap out their gear.
They are known to be threatening.
Gotta be legit. Another hour.
I think the triple like that on certain maps.
Can't wait for this podcast.
And they do it flawlessly. And also, Strange lock-in on Intersil is big brain. The lockouts.
No, surely they play like they gotta give these guys a break.
Guys, I can't help myself but just focusing on Dogman.
You guys might be like talking for 6 hours
straight.
straight.
No. If they keep talking, they're gonna die. There'll be nothing left to talk about. They're talking about like politics and shit soon.
Like you can't say you're live on Kick or
This
something.
is like one of those
can you
Halo
still say you're
breakdown
live
video.
on YouTube or no? Is it just like is it just Kick or is it every like multi-streaming platform now? Does anyone know about like TOS?
Shit doesn't need TOS. Let's watch Guru and all. That's cozy.
Absolutely, it's great, and as well with no.
It's all of them?
Out there,
The fuck?
it's interesting. You know, I think
That's actually shameless from Twitch.
Yeah, that is shameless. What? That is stupid. Not stay shameless. What?
I mean, not XG didn't get diffed per se, but in terms of how the team played.
If you have a problem with this streaming, then just have a deal.
So that wasn't even banned, and they didn't.
Don't say you guys are fine with multi. Don't say you guys are fine with multi-streaming and then do these
Talking
things.
gets too dank.
I'll be back.
Can I get the chungus?
Hey, what is that?
Like it's so big, but like they're so small, and there's like chat on the screen as well. Like, why is there chat on the screen? Am I delusional?
Who could that possibly be? Oh?
Somebody
What? That's good.
That guy's the
I don't
You guys think NA is the best region in the game?
Instantly guessed it.
Oh, is that supposed to be like Banner and
I
Hulk?
don't know. That's why
Yeah,
this
I
man
was-
is so
yeah.
amazing because we get to find out.
Is that supposed to be Banner and then Hulk?
You like that? You like that?
Yeah,
Like
I
PR
that,
answer?
I like that.
Hashtag yeah, hashtag sponsor.
No cap, no cap.
Hashtag stay until the end.
Because Cal has the snowflake.
Find out
Never going to
who
be
is
dangerous.
truly
But
the
on
best.
On the front line, they don't have to worry about their vanguards too much because they can always wall themselves off. So, you know, I know I'm talking a bit too much here, Shiv, but like, regardless, I think that they was just so clean by the backline to stay alive, and I think the strategists, people talk about how good Nero is.
That Lulu
talk about how
Lovely,
good Month
yes.
is. They are probably the
Who-
best.
there was
one of the
two
best
other people that were
vanguard
supposed to
duos
be
in
there.
the
Where are
region.
they?
Talk about
Ina
how
owns,
insane they are.
SK and
How good
Fan
Kurova
Fan.
and Aramori are. So, you know,
I'll be the judge of
absolutely,
that.
And I think
I
the
think.
difficult aspect is Genji's answers were just not good, right? We saw XE find eliminations eventually with the entirety of his ultimate, but regardless, I don't
For
know,
a
it just
different
doesn't make
day?
sense to play something with damage boost. Obviously, get rid of the Mantis, but maybe you can't play the Storm. Maybe you can't play those heroes.
Jeez,
I
the
don't
replay
think
of that
their
Iron Man
answers
ult.
were it. I mean, yeah, we didn't even see a
LO.
single good ultimate
So
out
the
of
next
Brownie.
game is not going to
that
start
freeze was
for like
insane. I'm
a
not
million
sure
years.
what
Wait, what happened?
Iron
Did they
Man
show
ult.
it?
Like, sometimes with Iron
They
Man,
didn't
try
show
to
us
trick
you
POV,
just
but
say
they
aimed off?
replayed it.
you know, and start spinning just
Yeah,
to try
if
to
you're
take
blocked
guys
by all
away.
those shields,
Yeah.
like,
So, you know, try to twist a little bit. It could have been a shield up there, but that freeze, the last second was great too. Allowed for the follow-up pick. Schmiedery right
See,
here.
this is what they
value.
should have done.
Yeah, this is so good, so smart. Play low, use that damage to your advantage. Maybe pull out the Wolverine, maybe even the Fist, who does great into these vanguards, and that you know, they're gonna
Iron
see some buffs,
Fist.
some changes
Ain't no
here
way
coming
this,
up
he
in these new
suggested Iron
patches.
Fist.
We recently talked about Groot, gonna get a little bit of a change and buff coming up here.
Iron
soon, so
Fist
we'll
just
see him
gets
in the
grabbed by him
ball
and
as well.
killed.
Lots to talk about there, but we'll get into that as the week progresses.
And there's so many things to talk about here, Shiv. I mean, the fact they subbed out Fun,
Yeah.
to
that
put
Are they
is
talking on
interesting, yeah.
2x
absolutely
speed?
interesting as well, and you know, there's a lot to learn, I think, from this series.
No.
From
Sure.
this, like a team as good as Envy is theoretically, this is if better than other or more important than other teams right now is to just take away the fact that we just lost to a good team.
What would you even
reset,
do if you're
and
fucking
just
Virtus
go into
Pro?
the next game like, okay, we need to figure out what
Like
to
they
play
just
against.
have like a
And it's okay to
4-month
copy
break,
people,
3-month
I know
break.
that a lot of talent and analysts will be like, why didn't you do this? Why didn't they just swap to this and whatever?
No
and,
scrims?
You know, like sometimes, and people will be like, oh,
No
you know,
idea.
in other games, for example, people are like,
Little
oh my god, if
thumbs,
you're not
bro.
good at this composition, why are the pro players playing it? But realistically, it's because that is what you have
That
to
is
do no matter
fucked.
what, or you lose.
It's the answer.
Yeah, and you don't have a lot of time to practice against the other teams. You only have like a week or whatever to fully prepare. Sometimes it's okay to copy.
Sure.
Like,
Why
I
is
think
the
that
LAN
GENG
so crowded,
copying
someone
what,
said.
What Envy did on their attack, running over to the Storm, practicing that sort of stuff, that's fine. They could just copy that, pull it on over, save a lot of that mental
Oh,
pressure,
hell
because
nah.
in this game, more than others, it feels so hard to adapt on the fly and use that brain to think of different things to do, because sometimes it's okay to just copy and save yourself that energy.
Yes.
And that like to
The mental,
theory
you
craft.
don't need, you don't need to use your brain if you can just essentially, you know, you're hitting Control V, right?
Yeah.
Like you're just copying that composition, running it right back. It found value, it worked. You know, the Moon Knight was played there for a little bit to try to get out the door, and it wasn't as successful. The Iron Man wasn't really working.
Yeah.
And that's no
Yeah, bro,
disdain
dude,
towards the players, right? The players are
How
obviously
long did it
love
take to
top
start
of
an
those
interview?
heroes. I'm sure some people at home are saying, "Oh, I would have."
But we haven't even done the interview yet?
You wouldn't.
No.
No disrespect. These players are insane on these heroes, but you're right. When you get to this level of play, it's about finding the answer. I think Rivals does a good job of that.
Wait, they still haven't done the interview. Oh, Cozy's getting ready.
provide more answers, and
Gotcha.
you don't necessarily have always the solution because things are constantly changing. So it's very much.
I think that's
It's about
I think that is
understanding what this team
Kaluge.
to try to find
Yes,
plays
sir,
out
it
of the
is.
board.
Kaluge
So
and Cal?
that was their solution. It had worked for them in the past. It just didn't work for them.
Yep, and on that, right?
No,
that,
I think
Who
it's
is
one
doing
person
the
in
interview?
Geno.
They're still here.
Yeah.
Cody.
GENG are going down
Oh,
the
Cody's
loser
doing-
brackets in the play-in stage of this
Bro, the
tournament.
other players
Later
aren't even on the
today.
stage
So that
yet?
means
That's
they
not
have
a
to
good
play
sign.
Again. That means Envy is going to get a rest, I believe. Well, not
bro,
rest.
They're not even,
so
like,
later
setting
they have
up.
to play again.
Bro,
Yeah.
Dogman is working overtime.
Yeah, like they're not on the stage, like getting ready and shit. Bro, this guy's still changing the name banners behind the PCs. You see what he's doing right now?
Yep.
Later on, but that puts them one step still.
We don't even have our
towards
gear
that
on stage
stage,
yet.
which they are absolutely confident. We were talking to Gator in the hotel lobby when we were eating breakfast. He's like so confident, man. I mean,
Talking
obviously,
about breakfast.
everyone wants to beat Envy because of it. When they
Talking
come
about
across
breakfast.
as a team that is as we're gonna
It's a
win.
scuffed
as possible.
podcast.
If you're walking around the lobbies like, where does that guy? Where does them? It kind of.
What's for breakfast in a China in a Chinese hotel? I'm curious.
Yeah, I think you need a level of confidence. I've always said if you're a duelist player, or a player in Rivals, you need to believe you can do it.
Why
Like,
is
if you're
Mox
playing
Nito
under
not on
you're gonna make
stage, guys?
mistakes.
Because
If
they
you're
said
afraid
it would be
to
too
try to make a
dominant
risky
if I
play
played.
for
I'm
some value
obviously
for
the
a
rank
picker or
1
something,
player
if
in
you're
the
consistently
world,
doing that, you're not
as shown on the
pursuing a value
leaderboard.
of your hero. I think you need to have that confidence. I truly do believe that. But we will be moving
So-
forward to a second matcher coming up. That's going to be crazy, man, as we go over towards
They did say, oh, Mox, we would love for you to compete, but the thing is, like, you're on a whole nother league, and I was like, yeah, I kind of get it, Let me just watch it then. They're like, okay, that's the least we can let you do.
Yeah, Kaluge will be on the stage with Cozy and our translator, man. To talk to them, and maybe even have.
I've seen fucking indie devs with higher production than this. Buddy, indie devs have to swap from one monitor to the next monitor. This has like a whole production room. This has like a they have a room that's like 50 meters wide, 50 meters tall, 50 meters to the side, filled with like 30 different cameras. It's not the same, guys. It's not the same.
Oh, chill, chat.
I think the most surprising thing of that series is just how dominant Envy was versus a team like GENG who have veterans on their team. The Korean talent on the team as well are so good, and I don't want to like talk about them too much, but man, Chip, we're gonna be the main stage in a second here with Kaluge, I believe, like you said.
Yeah, I'm excited. Let's toss it over there whenever they are ready to talk.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Are we still talking, Chip?
Are we still talking shit?
Welcome back. We've got Envy.
Bro, just Dogman, just stop talking and look at
What
the
is
camera.
this wholesome ass music?
It's funny how he's like looking into the distance, but there's like no one there.
I'm about to get inspired by this interview.
Great playing in front of a crowd again.
What?
First time on this game.
This is actual like
It's good
uplifting
to see
shit.
a lot of new faces and hear the crowd when things go good for us. But when they go bad, I don't really like the crowd as much. So.
Well, where's
I
the
know you guys
crowd?
are an experienced team, and a lot of y'all, and this is setting history
Come on,
with the
bro.
first LAN for Rivals. So I know you may be confident.
We're
How's
playing
the team
GTRP
feeling,
with
though,
this
overall
crowd.
going into this?
We got some new guys.
He's trolling, right?
I think
Nah.
they're nervous. They didn't really seem nervous on stage, but we got people that played on stage before, so it's kind of just like another day. Like
That is true. That does have a lot on
Yeah,
LAN,
awesome.
bro.
I can confirm, by
Like
the way, Kaluge, bigger
a lot of those
than-
Korean players have probably
Oh,
never. Wait,
there
there's a lot of
is?
people
Wait,
there. What
there
the
is?
fuck?
Wait, we'll
Yeah.
tell.
Against
There's a good amount of people there.
GENG. It feels like
I heard
you
a
had
good
them
amount of
figured
cheering
out
after
pretty
someone won the
well,
map
and
or
this
some
is your
shit.
first going
Yeah.
up against the Asia region with the bans. How did that differ, and how did that
Someone
work?
said this whole stream is a
Well, each has, like, a
humiliation
specific
ritual
style.
for
They play
its players.
Mantis more, and they like playing Torch, so get rid of those two characters, and they kind of just fall over.
Oh, Omni AC.
And finally, I want to ask, tell the people that don't know Team Envy, tell them about who is Team Envy.
Team Envy, we're best team in the world.
Damn.
Damn.
Easy, short, and
Easy
sweet
answer.
here from Kaluge, but there's going to be more action coming pretty soon, guys. We
Nah,
have an
they gotta
electric
work on
matchup
this music
with Rad
selection.
versus Nova Esports up in just
In
a
just
moment.
a moment.
Don't
Because
go
a
anywhere.
moment in
We're gonna
China
take
is
a
3
quick
hours, or what?
break.
Come on, bro.
Oh, that was smooth. Wait, did you see that?
That daff up?
Wait,
Yeah, I've seen that.
Cozy went for the fist bump and adjusted last second to the hand. No, that was fine.
We're like highlighting daps now. Wait, what is this? This is a new character?
Wait, you haven't seen this yet?
No.
Character Blade.
First time
They're like
reaction,
furry?
bro. Yeah, he has like a. It's like a. Yeah. It's like a damage reduction, not like a deflect.
Wait. He has to be able to like reflect all these bullets, right? Because he's only 300 HP. You can't do that in a real match, or you like get insta killed. No, like this shit right here.
What, the ult?
No, like just like his
Like
normal
him
ability, like,
slashing,
just, like him
dashing?
slashing non-stop.
Yeah, he's like lifesteal. He's lifesteal.
Oh, okay. Bro, if you do that in a rank match in GM, you're getting insta killed.
Yeah, I think like there was a playtest on it. What Resi pulled up. I gotta read the questions out loud.
Bro, they went by so fast. I don't even know.
I know, it's so fast. The question.
When a more difficulties in the game, how do you adjust? I think when the team, everyone needs to give more feedback and communication. When you encounter problems in your current position, you should speak out. It's like to face off top international teams.
国外相对于国内更多是节奏的不同和阵容 BP 上的不一样吧。
What team is this? This is the next team playing?
实力真的没有特别大的差距，甚至
Gotta be
国内个人实力反而是要强。
Nova.
这天我们训练赛的一些内容就是针对我们接下来对手做一些战略的部署。
Am I way too interested to see what they're gonna play?
觉得包括前面打的那些比赛没有什么压力的，每个队都一样。
我们组建就是为了拿冠军。
Form team to win championships, and the playing championship is also championship. We'll leave it to fate. Bro, why are these guys trying to farm aura so hard? They play differently from most teams. They have a very unique lineup.
夸一下这个波波的理解啊，确实很厉害。
Kudos to him. Bro, they're glazing his own. Bro, what kind of question is this? Give.
Wait, Chad, does China have
give
access to
shoutouts
like
to your
Twitch and
team.
shit or no?
我来这个项目的时候
Throw down trash talk.
所以你们最好也别被我带走。
随便打打，早点回家。
RAD 希望你们能把饭票给用完。
Nah, bro. Wait, I gotta rewatch this.
Hello, we are Rad.
I am level 1 Crook, and I specialize in Mantis, Loki, and...
Oh, that's Crook right there.
I specialize in Captain America.
Oh my God! This is so hype.
What? He's like lying about characters. He said Penny.
It's definitely exciting. We want to win it. We want
Bro,
to
he
do
plays
our
it
best.
all, bro.
It's definitely a big event.
He's so saucy.
See what we can do, really.
I hope we
He's
can
number
do
one
our best,
glazer.
and I'm really enjoying it so far.
There's no downside, and I think we can happily go into the mid-season.
Who's the guy on the right?
And perform our best.
The big two for me are Envy and Sentinels.
Oh, that's got to be
Envy
Fate.
is, honestly, we think probably one
British
of the strongest teams in
accent.
the competition. They're definitely ones we are going to be putting in a lot of focus into trying to beat. And Sentinels is also a team which I have friends on, and I know there's a high chance we'll play them early in the tournament. So they're one of our earlier focuses, and we need to make sure we beat them as well.
Personally, I would like to face Citadel Gaming again, since they're this other European team, and we did fall short to them in the Ignite finals in Europe. So I would
Dude,
love to meet them again and show
mistranslation.
that
He said
we did a
fall
better
short
team.
to them. It said we did for sure to them.
Is able to put a lot of pressure on us. I think the only
Translators,
thing we can do is, like, focus and do
lock
our best.
in.
I think we need to put pressure on ourselves rather than be pressure from any team.
Yeah, I mean, if you want a chance, we're going to be the ones to win. We're going to put in the most effort. We're going to roll every game. And the team we see in the finals, unfortunate for you, but the crown will be ours.
The results will speak for
Oh,
themselves.
Damn. They got these motherfuckers to say anything in these interviews. Damn.
Even made him.
It's alpha. What did 100 Thieves say if these guys are saying that?
Yeah.
Like, what did Sentinel say?
But did you see the captions? Like they're like, okay, now shit talk your enemies. Now give props to your teammates, and then the like. Oh what?
Bro.
No, they actually cooked on this trailer here though.
No cap, no cap.
He's doing kung fu, trust me.
To leave no doubt that we're the best team in the world.
Kung fu, bro. They're doing kung fu.
我会把你打回现实。
Guys, this trailer is insanely well made, IMO.
역사에 남을
Like,
대단한 쇼가 될 것입니다.
no, not even in my opinion. This is undeniably how well made this was.
We're not here to take part. We're here to take over.
It's got everyone on the team. It's like one person's the visual, the other
Anything
one's
less
the
than
voice.
first is a failure.
Yeah, wait, they fucked it up, bro. It's TTK speaking, but they showed Kara and it's a mag.
They did that for everyone. They did that for every team.
Why is TTK not hovering on mag?
Some chase records, we set them.
Dude, this music video.
Yeah, I should put hella fire again.
Who's this guy running from?
6 mines.
I still don't know
heartbeat,
who he's running
single
from.
objective.
Does anyone know who he's running from?
He's running from the
让
op.
世界记住我们的名字。
Does anyone know who's running from? He said.
He was running from Jabba with
We
the black
replayed
Air
that like
Forces.
Sentinel's music video. That shit was like hella fire, no?
Like they're gonna play the whole video, like it's gonna keep playing.
That
That'd
shit
be
was
so
just
tough.
Holy.
Alright, this intro thing is actually tough, I can't lie. Like
That
the
is
with
tough.
the song.
Remix, bro. Remix in the back. So tough. Fuck, bro. Do you think that the players like actually gonna be on stage like set up?
In 30 minutes,
What's
yeah.
We're gonna cut into the fucking ship Dogman podcast.
Oh shit. Bobo.
Sorry,
Guys,
at
you
least
know
the
anything
catch
about
was gonna
Nova?
break. I have no idea about
No,
Nova. All I know is
anything.
that Clem is Retsy's long lost brother.
Yeah, you got the same hair, bro, actually.
Yeah, the hair is fire.
It is
Yeah.
fire. Bro, what is that? Is that guys? What pose is Fate doing?
Someone
is
in my
that
chat said
Mantis?
they play perma dive comp. That'll be good. That'll be
No
good.
way.
Change up the pace. From
Yeah,
watching like
if
that.
they
type of
actually
thing
play that,
shit.
it'd be hella fun to watch. Not just
Yeah.
watching like some
Like, I want to
AIDS
see.
meta-
I want to see like I want to see like real.
I wanna
dive,
see
though,
something
like
like- yeah, yeah,
Spider-Man
yeah.
magic type dive, like BP,
Yeah.
like that type of dive. That would be insane if some like
Yeah.
Sung Juk Woo
No,
type
yeah.
player
No,
pulled
no,
up.
yeah. No, No,
But
yeah,
yeah, if
no.
someone played Spider-Man, it'd be so fire at this event.
What is Emilio doing?
They gotta get that one like Thai Spider-Man. You
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
that
Sung
guy?
Juk Woo, Sung Juk Woo. That's his name.
That's him.
What
That
him?
guy's the goat. Yeah.
The guy that we watch in the tourney, that's him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that guy's the final fucking boss, bro.
Bro,
That guy's
what
fucking
is this
good at all those
reference?
characters.
Kung Fu Panda? What is that pose? That's gotta be from Kung Fu Panda, no? Oh, Fantastic Four?
No, wait, that guy's the final. No, that guy's like the no, that guy's the final boss. Wait, is he the final boss? Wait, this guy looks exactly like Retsy, bro. It's like pissing me off now. He actually copied his style.
These little player intros are tough. I gotta see what like Terra and those guys did for theirs.
Yeah.
Wait, Ghost is doing
I think Terra
Bucky?
did the Wakanda.
Are you changing the title? Oh, because the team's different? Whoa,
Dude,
what's
Zexon's
happening?
got no swag on his pose, dude. Come on, Zexon. Like, at least Naga did the cross arms.
Who's playing? Nova and Rad. Bro, is Nightbot gonna work?
The Nightbot's fucked up.
What? Oh, there you go.
Kung Fu Panda
Shit's
3.
like delayed hard.
Guys, this has to be a reference to Kung Fu
Oh my
Panda.
god, they actually all are on stage, but someone's still plugging in their gear. Which is not a good sign.
This one's gonna be a doozy. This one's gonna be doozy, man. I think that a lot of people are excited for this one.
About to have a rap session here.
Late in America, obviously.
I'm
Put a fucking
beginning
beat.
to feel like a rap god.
They're gonna be, I'm sure, hyped up for this one. It's Team Nova.
All right, there's nothing left to talk about, so I'm gonna start freestyling.
I mean, Rad known for being very aggro, setting up some crazy dive and one-shot composition.
I'm like way too fucking curious to find or see what Nova's playing. I feel like China has like a secret like buff on them, because like their websites are like hard to access. You know what I mean? Like their like matches are hard to find, so you can't like bond review them that well.
Want to be known as the more nonchalant team, just keeping it even and making sure they're calm, cool, and
The
collected.
Aura region.
Absolutely, that's the way to do it, right? That's the I like that. That's a good call out, because I believe it was Moxie who pointed out how Solo was saying that they're a team that does a lot of interesting
Let's
stuff.
get shouted out.
That's the other team. That's Citadel Gaming.
Yeah,
Wrong team. Other European rosters. See, that's the problem. North America.
I'm trying to see some like different shit this match, bro. I hope they bring it out.
They're shouting out the.
I hope like one of these teams is playing some shit.
Guys, they're
I hope they're
shouting
not
out
just like
there's like a
like
cast
rinse
named
repeat.
Moxie.
Yeah.
This team as well is super
Or
well
Hulk.
coordinated.
No one played
and it's
Hulk,
because
right?
Of, like you said
Guys, it's
earlier,
not
any
shouting
of
me
the-
out.
right,
Let me
trust
see.
Any Thor, Hulk,
is
bleed
the
anything.
Sort of leader,
Oh, please,
the guy
please.
that does
Please
a
play.
lot of comms, I believe.
Play.
That does like so much talking for the team. Did you watch the scrim, or was that Moxie and them watching?
Moxie?
You had eyes on.
But-
So he
I think
was
there's a
Moxie.
caster. That is a
a
caster.
lot of different stuff for them.
Must be a caster.
Oh,
right?
Moxie with the eye.
I don't know.
He's
Like
the one
some.
who actually taught us both about the.
I don't even know where they're
We
from.
talked about the damage boost, but his one-shot setups with things like Venom, you know, get very. I think they like to refer to him as cerebral. He's just very, very smart and comes up with strategies that I haven't seen yet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cerebral, bro. This is like the third time he said this word.
Later on, but
We
What
need
the
a Hulk to
fuck
juggle
is
someone on the
cerebral?
jump pad, like what happened to Moxie.
Cerebral. Nah, that's dude. If that goes, if that happens live
No, that
on LAN,
clip
that
is
would go
legendary.
crazy.
But you gotta post that. That clip was hella
later
funny.
on, and we've heard that
That's what
Rad
I'm
and
talking.
Envy are two teams that kind
That
of
shit
go
was
back and forth with each
comedy
other.
watching.
Two teams that a lot of people, when we interviewed
You
the
were
pro
so
players, were
mad.
saying,
I
their
lost
favorites
my
win the game.
passive.
They said Rad and Envy
Help,
are
help,
two
someone
teams,
help.
And they're both in the plane. So, yeah, that's great.
That shit was hilarious.
What are you playing ranked, Moxie? Like Hondo still, or like Hawkeye?
Nah, that character's so ass now. I play Cap and Wolf and
Cap?
Cap.
Yeah, Moxie got a cap on him, bro. He's nice at that shit.
Me and his face ran it up yesterday.
Yeah, Moxie's rank 1 right now, right?
Yeah, I'm rank 1.
Yeah.
Moxie's cap is insanely
Got
good.
carried, bro. Like Zimby Pettis with 15.
So would be a ton of fun to watch. I'm curious if it's going to be matched or if they're going to try to find a way to counter that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that, you know, we just talked about what we
Why
do
is
here on
everyone's
the
fan
broadcast,
retweet?
right? Overall, as the NA casters, you know, we watched a lot of that stuff, and you know, we try to watch the other scenes when we can, and we watch them now here.
Guys, why is everyone's fan
There's a lot
retweet?
of Marvel Rivals content that I'm sure a lot of you know about and are super passionate about as well. Considering, I mean,
I did not get
upon
carried.
hours of Ignite Stage 1 for not just our
Guys, is
region,
Sinatra-
for EMEA. We watch like 8 hours.
Is Sinatra a hater?
A game.
Yeah.
This team
Is he one of those
screens?
pussies that are pissed right now? Is he coping with me being rank 1?
Loses to OUG. It's sort of a weird situation where OUG always beats them, but people say OUG is one of the best teams in the world, so that's not really a slight at them.
Sure.
It's okay to lose to a team like OUG considering how good they are, and we've heard a lot about Team Nova from the likes of 2DM, the Chinese cast on the site, speaks a lot of English. He's super helpful as well for learning about these teams. Team Nova, I watched one of their scrims and stuff. They're very, very strong at communicating and stuff. We saw from Bobo and stuff. We'll talk about how good Uwu is. He's one of the best.
Apparently one of the strongest duelists.
Uwu,
Yeah,
fired,
that's-
dude.
that's-
Three.
I'm excited for that. And
Ooh.
Bobo Vaughn, one of the mag lore, just very, very
Nah,
good.
that's a banger name.
Ooh, on Mag, they said, chat. Let's write
Level one
take notes, bro.
Jaro, level 1 Crook and Fate, and these guys
Level
can
1
run some
Crook.
crazy
Yeah, it's such a
compositions.
fire
I'll
name.
leave that to them to show, but they are not afraid to
Does
get
it beat
crazy
Uwu
with how
3
they
though?
make plays and do things outside of the box that is very difficult to practice against.
Absolutely, I think that this is going to be exciting
We'll
to
see,
see
bro.
both Rad and Nova going against it. And people talk about how Ghost, I think, right, for this roster of Nova on the opposite side is a player that was huge in a pickup, right? They said that he is the reason why they are winning a lot
Ghost.
more
He said
games.
Ghost to look
And
out
I'm curious
for.
to see how that goes, right? We can talk about any of the players on their team. I know that
Jeez,
2DM
bro,
was telling us
start
that
the
Clem is a bit of a trash
fucking
talker. Right,
you
he's-
love that.
Yeah, absolutely. As somebody that did a little bit too much of that,
Bro,
I think, and did really
Dogman
bad stuff
is
sometimes. But regardless, that
rapping
guy
compared to
is
how much Dogman gets paid for this?
Yeah, I know you love a little
I'm actually
you
like,
think he gets paid per word?
Sometimes you step it
I think they get paid by the hour or something. That's what maybe they said or something when I asked them about VCT. I think, but I don't know.
But I know they're a little scared of some of these more unique compositions. So I think that when it
Oh,
comes
maybe
to
by
things
the
like
day.
Rad,
Oh
that
yeah, actually
is
it was by the day.
maybe a weakness.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that Rad. I think that you're right. It's about finding those kind of holes, right?
But if it goes like overtime, I think they get paid extra. Like if this shit goes like 10 hours right here.
So as soon as you lose that map number 1, if it happens, you need to make those adjustments in the ban phase as soon as possible. And that even maybe can go back to the Gen G series. I don't know if we saw them make those adjustments in the second round. In fact, they got worse, right? So we'll have to kind of see what these teams do and how fast they react.
Dogman looking
because,
like his shift on the Titanic is coming up.
Right?
Who the hell?
I'm curious to see kind of how these
What
teams
reference
want
is
to
that?
react on this map, right?
Yeah, I think Nova.
I've never watched the
Titanic. I
Titanic.
do think Burn It T'Challa is favorable for. Actually, it depends on the map. There's some open, good flying maps as well. Where
I'm about to get a snack, chat. I'm starving.
Which will, bring up those giant walls for you to play some more aerial playstyles. So maybe we'll see some Ultron compositions. I think they're not. They do like running that Ultron protection, where they'll keep him healthy and just allow him to just do his thing, get that ultimate incredibly quickly.
Yeah.
Use the rage to try to find a pick on the back line, or at least force something out. And that's what Ultron does really well. So we'll likely see that from them, unless that gets banned out. I'm curious to see their ban phase. But
yeah.
Rad, I don't think they're too scared of this map by any means.
No, absolutely not. And I think that, like you said, it's a matter of who can control that first point ASAP, basically. And it depends on which round we go to. We saw, I think something that changed from our stage, Shiv, was the deviation of heroes based on a round.
You guys think it'll start
talking to Trust Me in the hallway in the bedroom.
like 5 minutes?
That's kind of weird.
This guy's asking for a friend on when it'll start.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it is actually.
Wait, that one of the players doesn't have a headset on, so I'm thinking.
15.
Yeah, I'm thinking that like minimum 10.
That's what, as you do, you go to your friend's room and you talk more.
Wait, there's 2 players with no headsets
Let's
on.
buy new headphones.
One on EU and one on NA.
Such an awesome brain to
Yep.
pick
Right
ideas.
here, 10 minutes
So many
guaranteed.
awesome ideas. The way he thinks about the game is beautiful.
Yeah,
and
GG,
obviously a lot of
45.
players are like that. There's so many intelligent players like Trust Me. Just one of the guys.
IG.
Razor is nice.
Dogman's
I like
blazing
Razor.
Trust Me so hard.
I have almost everything Razor.
Yeah. You like we saw.
But I've heard Sony in zones are really nice. But I would personally
Listen,
like
I glaze Trust Me.
their service is so
Sit there
nice.
and just yeah.
I think Shib doesn't even know.
Like what he's saying?
Yeah. Like I think he wasn't listening to him. You know what I mean? Like he was like, wait, did this guy just ask me a question?
Utilize too much charge negation. Like you don't want to lose too much. But yes, that is very much a
Wait,
strategy. Especially
bro, why don't they just play the interviews they had? I don't get it.
This one? Come back into the team's like, what's going on here?
Because I'm sure they did that with every team.
They needed to ask more questions, bro. They had 16 days. They should have done like more content with every team so that they could have more
Wait, was
videos.
it 16?
Yeah,
People
that's
flew out really
yeah. Everyone flew out 16 days ago.
Absolutely. So you think it is
What's
very
the
You'd
most
assume they'd have more videos. Like they should. Maybe they're saving them for the next day.
Yeah, maybe like the main event.
It's about
Oh yeah, because like I guess
Like
if
surely
you
there's
like,
like an interview
oh,
with
that doesn't
like,
make
like,
sense. Because like you can't waste all your time like interviewing teams that can just like be out of the tournament in the first day for the play-in day.
Yeah,
Like all these teams like it's not certain
you
they're
have to
gonna
get
go on.
seasons, no?
So you're saying like the next teams will have way more content?
Yeah,
Like, they're
I
guaranteed to
assume.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there should be like interviews of like them like when those guys are playing ping pong and shit like that. Like that should have been like interviews and stuff like that. Like they're talking to them and stuff.
We'll talk about. And Chip, speaking about talking about something, predictions.
Oh my God!
For the series. I love it. Who do you have?
Oh, that was quick.
Rad and the side of.
Well, I mean, it was long, but like quicker than I expected.
And it's just to kind of cover my own butt. I haven't had
Let's pay out the predictions.
Retsy doesn't have his headset on yet.
Impossible to find their matches. So that which is a strategy, which is an advantage coming into here, right? So for sure, it is definitely interesting, and I'm excited to see what they're able to do and what kind of compositions they want to run. But
Will still go ban phase, right?
Absolutely. We've heard about how good this Ghost guy is for the side of Nova from 2DM. This whole roster, like you said, it's hard because you either watch on Bilibili or I believe it's stuff. There's like streaming websites in China that a lot of the games are broadcast to, and for the side of Nova and them, we haven't had too many eyes on, like you said. So this is gonna be super fun to watch these teams. I know a lot of people on Twitter,
they're like going over what characters they play and shit.
Social media, talking about how excited
favorite
we are to see the
characters,
Chinese
yes.
rosters in OUG. A lot of people talking about how good OUG is. Not enough people are talking about how good Nova is. I know the team eHome.
Bro, Chinese guys are fucking smart looking.
No, you guys just like
And
making up
Star
characters.
Lord.
Yeah. He just like puts random characters up.
He's trolling.
In terms of what he plays, this guy
Very
is
young, too. Very young.
Very young, yeah. He's probably got a supervisor for him as well for this event, like a lot of players do because they're still super young. So
Prodigy.
Supervisor.
That's awesome to see.
And we're going to see more of those type of guys as we progress because there's so many people that aren't here that definitely could have been as Uwu staring off into this
guy
Iron
just needs
Fist
to have his headset
and
on.
Phoenix.
Revisit this again. A very, very strong duelist.
Yeah, he's the
They
mag
are
player, so
potentially
they definitely
one or
just picked
two
any
in
character.
The region, and as you see some of these picks here, you got the Iron Fist, which I think Fist
Is that the mag
somewhat
player?
good, especially at this
It's
level
just like
of
they're
play.
just
That's
hard
what they were
trolling.
saying. That's what they were saying in the interview.
Once you
They
really
said that
know
he's
the
an issue on mag.
limitations and how to handle that flying, and
Nah,
get
it
you
says
safe
he's
off
a
the way, which is
duelist
an
too.
art in and of itself. I remember trying
Oh,
to
this is the mag player? No.
And I was just trying to bait out
This
his
guy
moves,
only
and I
put
couldn't
mag on there.
Yeah, he thought it was me on stage.
One trick.
He said Chinese space in the chat.
They've only listed him as Magneto. That's hilarious because I believe they said that Voxel he's a Mag 1 trick.
Wait, is that shit like
This guy only
permaban for you
plays
ranked or
Magneto.
no?
He plays some other stuff, obviously, maybe, but
Only
not as
after
good
like
as he
I
does
shit
Mag,
on the
right?
team really bad,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
so
the
cool,
next
because,
game
like,
we
Or
get
if
the
you're
same
against
guys,
Gale.
then they'll
He
ban.
is the one to do all the
And Gale is
right,
guaranteed
Emma,
banning that,
running
no?
everything else for the team and Yexin.
Nah, Gale
And
hasn't
he's
been
also
playing
in this
Punisher
one
that
here.
much anymore.
Guys,
Oh, actually? I thought
Yeah,
Skills
he
said
actually-
they'd
he
Punisher
actually
acting
plays
without
like-
the team up.
plays like other-
He
said, "See me, oh shit, that's not in the game."
Told that from the Chinese caster how Voxel literally only plays Magneto. So
I'm curious if they've screamed other teams.
That boy
if they've
Retsy's about to
decided
carry.
run other compositions.
Yeah, blocked. Look at him, bro.
Get this guy on hella.
Crazy strategies teams may have. But that does.
Retsy's hella is like different, bro. I can't lie.
So much, and that could be a problem. But it's
If we add him instead of Hydron, bro.
Yeah.
Whoa, I mean,
No, like,
we should add Hydron on screen.
100%, no, 1,000%. Bro, with like 6-man ulted off cooldown.
Gale playing Punisher right now, you're trolling. Wait, there's no way Gale is playing right now instead of
Very
watching.
nice dude alongside a lot of these players. So he's still a young
What?
guy as well.
This is why Gale is the GOAT. This is why Gale is the GOAT.
Wait, he's not even watching?
They're trying to talk and they're trying to have fun and relax and stuff.
there's like
but
a
for a
demon.
lot of these super young guys, they're still
Ready to kill
they're
shit.
figuring
The
things out.
fuck? This guy looks like Tom Aspinall if Tom Aspinall never fought.
Dude, he always wants to hang out with some of these young guys. Level 1 Cook as well, one of those guys as well who can play. Very mechanically skilled strategist.
Yeah,
so
really good, man.
Rad Esports, they say their backline is one of the best in the game too.
Yeah. I mean, we're looking at a ton of talent here across the board. I do think, I
He's
love seeing some
swiping
of
on
these
the
picks there, too.
mouse
Saw
pad.
Fade showcasing a Jeff pick as one of the viable options. Love to see stuff like that. And you said
Comdot's fighting in like 2 weeks, right,
This
Indy?
may be the match that we do.
Should be fire, no?
A lot of the time, if you're a Magneto player, you
The day before he has like an ankle injury. No, I can't fight. 1 year.
just the understanding of what you need
1 year to recover.
very different heroes, but it's typically consistent like that. And then there's an off tank, which we'll see that Emma, that
Bro,
maybe
trust me,
the Hulk
spiked
or
his
whatever they
hair.
specialize in.
Yeah, and this is the guy, Trust Me, as
Holy.
well, that we were talking to earlier, the guy that has a lot of those.
People were saying that like
Hey.
UFC 320 or something would be
Obviously,
crazy.
he said he would play Penny Parker potentially
on.
if they
Or,
could.
That one,
But
what's that card
the
gonna
only
be?
difficulty is
There's like 3 good fights.
Oh yeah,
Like,
isn't Aspinall
Penny
fighting?
Parker
And then
could be so
there's
good. No,
like
There's
a
a little bit better.
there's like a
No, no, it's
Washington
Jiri.
DC fighter.
So good.
I think it's Jiri and Roundtree.
That's what we talked about. It's all about
Like Khalil,
making sure you
and
pop them at the
then
right times
Marab,
and
son,
having
and some
those
random dude, I don't know who it
not-
is.
not these crappy ones
And
like
then the
Penny
main
Parker,
event is
unfortunately.
like,
Thor,
I think it's Pereira versus that guy
versus,
again.
Shemaev again or whatever his
Yeah,
name is.
yeah.
Guys, Emilio is such an aim nerd, bro. Of course he would wear a sleeve.
His bubble, which is a new change coming in the next patch, and that is going to help that ultimate a ton.
Good point.
I do think Thor, maybe making a rise here. I know there's a lot of very passionate Thor mains. So shout out to
Robert
all y'all.
Sandhagen,
You're
there you go.
always in the comments of
I've
videos
heard of
and
that name, but I
love
just
it.
don't know who that is.
Forward to
Out of
that
my
day.
rank games, though.
Yeah, well, let's not maybe bring that up. There's
Trust me, he's also wearing a sleeve.
Good. Get
I
out of
don't
my
love
rank
it.
games.
Yeah.
Get out of my rank games.
I don't love it, but maybe
Oh,
we
he
will.
is.
In the
I didn't
future,
even
right?
notice it was
and
all
that's why
black.
I'm excited, and that's why this game, I talked about the balance changes happening so frequently.
Yeah.
Bro, what
any
mouse
hero's
pad does
time
Trust Me
is
use?
coming. So you just gotta, you gotta be patient. You gotta try to see what you can do with your
Well, I
hero
don't
moment
even
and
see
know,
Trust
right,
Me.
if they
Oh,
are
here he
underperforming,
is.
they will do something.
Oh, it is all
Absolutely. It's all
black.
about being flexible, right? The getting off something if it's not working, or at least being able to adapt to different heroes whenever the ban phase comes through, because that's the most important thing from this tournament, right? We talk about the overarching Ignite series. We've had a new ban system, right? With the 4 bans that come through.
I got the arm sleeve.
Right, so
yeah,
the system is sort of asynchronous, where it sort of the bans happen at the same time first, and then it sort of desyncs. Right? One team protects, ban, then
There's an arm sleeve with the like jersey tucked in under it. Tough.
For a double ban again, and then it goes back and forth till the very end when you have 4 bans and 2 heroes protect the total.
Yeah, and then you'll see, just for those who maybe are confused, as we get into the map, we'll show you as we get there, you actually will see the bans then transition over to the other team. You'll see who they cannot play over their team name. So that may have been something confusing in the past for those who were concerned, but you'll see that actually transition because you'll see the
they even have custom headsets.
Korean,
they got
bro.
custom headsets.
No.
Bro, MRI on the side.
He's zero culture knowledge. Actually, stupid fucks.
A whole massive layer to the game to understand if this character gets banned or protected.
Oh, I know why they're wearing fucking sleeves.
Seconds we have.
Right, yeah, absolutely. They changes so
they gotta cover their tattoos,
I
think.
Nova's ready to go, excited for the
is that?
Yeah, Para just typed, gotta wear a sleeve when I play. And Para has like a full arm tat.
Hype up speech, almost, right? In Mandarin, so
yeah, I don't think
they're excited, ready to go. Maybe
it's not like allowed in China or something?
Well, that's gonna be so much fun for these guys.
Asia doesn't fuck with tattoos like that.
That matters so much.
It's the same in Korea.
Talk about that a little bit.
Tattoos like that.
I want to see if they banned the Jeff, by the way, first of all. I know that was something you talked about
You're in
earlier.
Japan.
Yeah, I think the Asians just don't.
Yeah, Asians don't like that shit.
They don't fuck with tattoos.
Yeah, my dad was probably fucking like
and for the side
legit beat the fuck out of me if I got a tattoo.
Same.
It's almost like you have a 7th person in the
It's the same in Japan. You can't have like there's like some like bathhouses and shit. Like if you have tattoos, like you can't go in the bathhouse.
Actually,
it was like
yeah,
2,500
certain
people,
bathhouses
team
and
supporting
spas and
it,
shit.
it felt so like that.
I want to get a tattoo though.
No tattoos allowed.
I don't know, just good.
Adrenaline rush, yeah.
It's a different sort of feeling. It's like
I want to get
like
a tattoo.
Yeah, it's euphoric. Yeah, to have so many people supporting you, cheering your name.
Sure.
And on the opposite side, if you're the team, if you're team Rad, it's
devastating.
Oh, but no, but it's so much. It's so
I
much.
know I'll be
fun.
A-okay.
Oh, if you lose, yeah, if you lose, oh yeah, no, the crowd's quiet. You're like, dang, everybody here.
Does anyone know what baseball player that's from?
Dead in the crowd. Regardless, when we talk about the opponent, the home crowd, right, being the opposing player, there's almost sort of a fun thing there, right? There's sort of villainous approach that can kind of come through.
It's that trash talk mentality. You turn it on, right?
Yeah.
Like you want to win.
He said you started.
Fucking game.
There's a team called the Shock of San Francisco.
Bro, baseball, bro. Who the hell watches baseball?
This team, they had so many fans, right? They had an unbelievable amount of fans in the crowd that were cheering for them. And boy, oh boy, did it feel so good.
Baseball in 2025.
And send them home. So I imagine for the
what?
There's no malice. Everybody here is having fun.
To be fair, I'd be pissed if I was being.
He said send them home.
Every card I placed for 3 hours. I got annoyed just watching it.
To send them home and make sure that they are quiet.
Tell you don't have
that's the best feeling is when, I know this is sort of a meet approach.
Well, people play Clash Royale.
It's good
what
to,
the fuck was that?
The opposing team.
I mean, it's like
yo, you guys see that?
Yeah, you just
Surely this guy got sent home, no?
He gave up on Minecraft.
What happened?
Nothing.
This is where the warlords died when
Wait, XQC has actually not won a single game.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's
100?
And I think regardless, the biggest thing I think we
all good though. It's all
very
good.
Interesting takes as well. I know the players have their own takes. They want to be
400K
excited, have fun. And I think regardless for these guys, right? I saw a crazy in a different game in esports. I think I told you about it. There was a guy that was like, man, I love to see it was like a fighting game, right? And he looked at he said, I'd love to see the opponent's family behind them cry. He was saying that it's even better when they start crying. I was like, that is
wow, it's actually really cheap. Hello? Felix?
About, having a
3K for a hoodie?
It's a vote thing. It's not a vote thing. What's it called? Save me here. Somebody that's special speaker.
They're starting. Finally.
Wrong fucking
We
spell.
did it! Holy!
What?
Wow, XQC, that is
I thought he was fucking Tatum.
The reason they have is they have a chip on their shoulder.
Let's lock in. Lock in.
I think that is a driving factor for a lot of.
Okay, I really want to know why everyone is.
We do move forward here. Rad is going to.
like that's important, I think, for a lot of these players to have motivation.
Banning
to play the
Mantis,
game and to be at the
Mantis,
highest level.
ban for Rad.
Here,
Because of risk
I
on?
see that. I think
Then
that is a
Adam,
driving
no?
factor for a lot of folks. I think it's just instinctive. But
yeah,
we do move forward here. Rad is going to ban out that Mantis. And we'll see the side of Human Torch getting removed as well from Nova Esports. They do not want to go against that, locking in that Luna Snow.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll see.
That's a lot of that recently, huh? Luna Snow?
Yeah, I think Luna Snow. And that's interesting. They're already going to protect the Mantis.
I think Rad has potentially one of the best Mantis in the region when it comes to level 1.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he is goated with it. But that's interesting.
Oh, they save Mantis.
Over Luna Snow when everybody else before has
Let's see
prioritized
what
Luna Snow.
the
It could
goal here
force
is.
an Adam ban, or it enables that one-shot composition there for the side of Rad. I think there is a lot,
Adam ban?
and this is what I'm talking about when it gets cerebral, right? There's a lot of stuff that we just can't anticipate until we
Nope,
see it, and
Luna.
they elect to not actually
They
remove
ban
the
Mag,
they
they save. I mean, they
and
save
keep
Emma.
the cap. So this is quite the
Save
ban
Luna,
phase. They are
save
removing
cap.
Magneto for the opposition as we see that transfer over here very shortly.
Yeah, both
Mantis
Mags getting
and
removed,
Emma
and I wonder.
save.
I mean, none of these teams
Mag
have.
is
Both
banned.
of the teams playing today have not
Ooh,
practiced
interesting
against each other
bans
at
though.
all. I mean, maybe there's
Really
some,
interesting.
gamesmanship behind the scenes with trying to see what
Damn,
they're
Human
banning
Torch
and
still
what
gets
they're practicing
banned.
and stuff. That's obviously, a bit more devious, and I think that kind of crosses some lines when you start to try to find, practiced VODs and stuff of the players playing the game.
Yeah.
But there is
integrity as well.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, people do it, right? Any advantage that you could possibly get, these players want it. So I think that for both these teams, this is that feel-out map today, and I'm curious how much they even know about each other.
Yeah. I think that's exciting. I mean, I'm sure they've. I don't know if they've scrimmed. Honestly, I believe.
No, they haven't. There's no way. Because
Yeah.
if you know your matchup coming up, why would you ever scrim them?
Touché,
I guess. So.
touché.
But and it's been weeks that we've been here in China. The players specifically showed up before us. We came a week ago, right?
Yeah.
So these guys have been here for weeks on end, practicing against each other, getting ready.
That's a great thing to call out. I do think you need to say that at
Start
this
the
point,
fucking
teams
match.
are not. There is no time zone advantage or disadvantage. Teams are now locking into this time zone, and so just to keep that in mind, because I mean, it would be an advantage.
When did Pro
greatly if it was a
players
day or two transition. I know
in
it took us a
China
few days as well just
weeks
to make
ago?
that happen for ourselves. So pressing forward here. We are going to have Nova and Rad, and I am excited. I do think you kind of mentioned that, we talk about how smart they are as a team for Rad and how mysterious Nova is. This could be the battle of the brains, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they do here on Burn.
And you talked earlier about how unique Rad is, for sure.
Sure.
Rad was the one to protect the Mantis,
I
correct?
was
Yes.
studying.
So that is already unique in the fact that
Agreed.
we have never seen that, right?
Agreed.
We talked about it a little bit earlier, but I don't think it'd be stressed enough how
And they didn't worry
interesting-
about the Luna ban.
Yeah.
Right? Like they're just like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, and man, I'm curious to see how that pans out.
I
Because
would
that's
just
sort of
wanna
already
really
different
just
than
wanna
what
watch
we've seen earlier.
this screen
And yeah.
for
Very,
like
very
20 million
exciting. I wonder what the
years.
strat line. Go ahead and give me a guess. What do you think the strat line is going to be here for Rad?
For Rad?
For Rad.
For Rad, I mean, it's got to have maybe some Ultron Mantis play or something like that, like we saw earlier, that since that didn't get touched. We've seen how good Mantis can be with the damage boost, like you said. Maybe they're running that triple backline as well. Maybe we see some Adam Warlock with it. Maybe some of the Loki. Did Loki get banned? Actually, I don't think it did. So we might potentially see that later on. But we know how strong the Mantis is. And whoa, we got the Jeff coming out. We got some Jeff.
I love it. Full res
Finally,
comp
the match
here for the side of Rad with
And
Jeff.
it just starts.
For Fate, this is the crowd I hear behind me already
Venom.
stirring, getting excited,
Trust
and
me
this
on
is what
Venom, by the
you
way.
wanted to see.
Risk on.
And I had a feeling it might be coming. Trust
Jeff.
me here. Going to start the play out very aggro
What?
here on Venom. You can
What is
actually,
Trust Me
in the
kicking
new
here?
patch, bind easy swing as a separate
Starlock
cooldown,
and,
which for those who maybe don't know, it
Invis,
enables you to instantly
Bucky.
slam. So very, very
It's a good
strong
counter.
addition. It's like a buff without a
Actually,
buff.
two
So
good
keep that in mind as
counts.
you play Venom as we progress forward here as Naga. Gonna keep adding pressure. Bond goes out early. This is going to allow them to just kind of play very aggro, not stress too much as Cap escapes by the skin of his teeth. And Yexin finds Naga early, but that res will come through.
Yeah, on the opposite side, you res it through, like you said, it's so much pressure. A lot of people, Trust Me, thinks that this is the best composition in the game for a reason, Shiv. They res back, the pressure's back here for Nova. Nova's running this sort of counter dive composition. They have the Jeff with those
Trust Me
squirts
cooks,
across
bro.
the map. And this is
Trust
the
Me
thing
cooks.
as well, Shiv, with this composition, with the Jeff comps. They can play this to a T in terms of just getting on the back line, setting up everybody, because you have those speed boosts from the bubble. So you sort of 3-2-1 dive,
Very
and your
smart.
dive is so lethal, so quick because of the
There's
speed boost.
no way
Yeah,
we
imagine
are
them
actually
spinning
getting a
Star-Lord
Jeff
with
in
speed
pro
over
play.
you. You know what I mean? That's
That
almost
is
similar to a bag
crazy.
bubble where it's a little more slow, but at least has protection. This now just allows you to ensure that you're tracking and following everyone, getting that all charge incredibly quickly. A lot of just very unique synergies here and damage was obviously nearly across the board, but definitely on that Venom when that all comes out, I'm sure of it. as that will help. We're going to have to see what they're going to do there as Rajaro going to be playing the Emma. This is, Emma's going to have to play a little bit differently, obviously. They do have triple strategists, but they don't have a ton of burst healing. Ooh, like we talked about, one of the strongest duelists is going to find Trust Me early, and that's huge for the side of Nova, but the Reds goes out by Melio immediately. Trust Me's back in one, and the Jeff doesn't find value. We'll look shortly as the off map is right there. No, Jeff does not find much as we get the dance floor coming in here from the side of Rose. Spawn is going to have that Psionic.
Why are we playing it, Jeff?
Puts them back up in numbers. Make that 2 as Rajaro gets a pick on Bobo, holding on to Alt as well. Very low in HP. 15? Are you kidding me? Still alive? Wow.
They only have one support ultimate.
A little bit, and Rad, I mean, they're backing up right now, Chib, at the backside of the point. And right now, I mean, the side of Nova Esports, they are finally coming back into this point. But man, Rad, maybe not even, maybe overcommitting towards that single fight. I mean, they're still on this point, and they're still delaying so long because of the Reds just coming through.
And that's that stall tactic you had mentioned. Trust me, to try to hold the point for as long as you possibly can. Now they're at 74%, and it's almost a one-fight territory unless that teleport comes through, which obviously it will. But that is already putting you at a disadvantage. Loss in all charge and, of course, in a brand new selection, which maybe doesn't synergize with Team Cop. Naga is going to press forward here. Rajaro, as they are holding that. And they, as always, trust me, as you see here, using that wall
Naga's banned for both. Oh, why are they not playing Punisher actually? What?
As we do see a combination, out goes the Galactic, doesn't find one with a Psionic. Both very low. Oh my goodness, great positioning. Melio finds Bobo though, but that was a great retake in the fight and way to drop back to get healed up.
Absolutely, it's tough for Bobo, especially on this round. This is a hard map to play Psylocke because of the distance, because of the range, and they're going for more. They're hungry. Nova didn't reset fast enough. And the Jeff, it's disgusting, Chip.
That is crazy. Rajaro with another pick. That is, they are. Why not? Don't let him teleport and knock him back into the spot. Trust me. Find Ghost, and that might do it. As I don't know if they're going to be able to. Trying to find this off angle with Uwu to get the teleport off. Will they be able to shut it down? Trust me, not looking that direction yet. It looks like the teleport might go through. They're going to retake and drop back. Great usage there of the. Oh my goodness.
It was too far. 5% from the spawn that camp.
Nova might be the worst team if they lose to this.
Got stuffed. And that's why, you know what, like those spawn camps, like you said, Chib, that was so clean,
necessary.
so smart. Yeah, it's necessary to prevent the portal, like you mentioned, from the Doctor Strange. Now we're heading over to Warrior Falls next, man. You like the Jeff stuff, huh?
I love this. I mean, the raw speed that they're using with Jeff.
Yeah.
You know, if you were to ask a ton of the ladder, let's say an example, what's Jeff's best utilization? Obviously, the speed is great out the smart door, and that's a common thing to say. But a lot of the time, people would say that ultimate. You know, you try to use it to get people off point. You do it for this and that. At this level of play, it's not going to get nearly as much value. It will find some success in various situations. Instead, using that speed boost and the jet stream, especially in hallway play, appealing everyone and dealing damage.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so clean from all of Rad Esports to win there, and yeah, it's nice to see them kind of pop off and it's speed boost, like you said, on the back line. Meanwhile, for Nova, this is interesting. They're going to swap to like full sort of, they're trying to do full counter dive. They got off the Bucky. The Bucky wasn't working. But the tough part is you kind of want and need to play Bucky because he's like one of the stronger anti-dive heroes. I don't know if Star-Lord, especially without the Adam Warlock team up, is
going to do as much as we know. It's about
and we begin the